if you're watching on Sky Plus, Freeview or Virgin Media, and if you have a TiVo or Sky Q Box, access settings and use the audio selection option. Any problems? Please contact our viewers hotline. Draw ni felly at Griw, y Clwb Rygbi.
Be sy'n cysylltu'r 4 tîm sy'n ar ôl yn Super Rugby Cymru? Wel, enillodd bob un ei gemau gartre yn y rowndiau go gynderfynol, sy'n pwysleisio'r pwysigrwydd o orffen mor uchel a phosib yn y tabl. Yfory, mae Casnewydd ar ei ffordd i Gaerdydd, ond heddi, mae Llanymddyfri wedi teithio yma i dref tawel ond unigryw Glynebwy.
Glynebwy, oer, glib, tywyll.
Pob clod i Glynebwy, maen nhw'n neud e'n lle anodd iawn i ddod i chwarae.
Torf, eitha bygythiol ar rai adegau.
Mae wastad torf dda fan hyn i wylio'r dynion dir.
Ddim yn lle rwydd i fynd i cael perfformiad da i cael buddugoliaeth.
Sgen ti atgofion melys o fod yn chwarae yma?
Mae atgofion da fi, os ydyn nhw'n rhy melys, mae fi wedi. Necwi yn mynd nôl at ei arf fwyaf grymes.
Rhys Weldon, rownd y tu allan. A Glynebwy wedi brwydro galetan ar ei tomen ei hunain.
Wel, dyma sut mae'r 4 wedi cyrraedd y rowndiau gynderfynol. Pawb wedi ennill ei gemau cartre yn y rowndiau gynderfynol wythnos diwetha yn dangos pa mor bwysig mae chwarae ar eich tomen eich hunan yn gallu bod. Cer yn rhad felly bydd Caerdydd yn chwarae Casnewydd gartre fori ar Barger Arfe. Ond ein gêm ni heddiw yw Glynebwy yn erbyn Llanymddyfri, yn fyw o Stadiwm Gymunedol Gin y Glas. Croeso cynnes ato ni Gwanwyn yng Glynebwy. Mae'n hyfryd yma pnaw yma. Ni yn gwybod mae tywydd yn gallu newid yn go gyflym yn yr ardal yma, ond ni'n ffyddiog bod yma i aros. A rai sy'n tywynnu o dan yr haul, Billy McBride a Siwan Lily Crap i un ochr ac i'r ochr arall. Yma'n disgleirio mae cwpan tlws cynta Super Rugby Cymru. Pwy felly fydd yn codi'r tlws yma di Sul nesa. Billy, mae Glynebwy yn y ras. Dyn nhw heb golli fan hyn ers mis Mawrth llynedd. Beth sy'n neud nhw mor gryf ar eu tomen eu hunan?
Mae'n lle anodd i ddod. Mae'r dorf ar eich cefn chi o'r cychwyn un. A beth fi'n parchu amdan Glynebwy mwyaf yw dyn nhw ddim yn trio bod yn rhywbeth dyn nhw ddim. Mae gen nhw sgrym cadarn, mae gen nhw sgarmes symudol dda, mae gen nhw gêm cicio hir, a maen nhw fel petai yn deud wrth pob arall trio stopio ni. A mae'n reit anodd i wneud hynny. Wel, Llanymddyfri sy'n gorfod ceisio wneud hynny heddi. Mae'r talent gyda nhw, yn dos e Siwan, i atal nhw?
Ie, mae'r talent gyda nhw a ti'n perfformiad wych pen wythnos diwetha yn erbyn Pontypool, enilliad enfawr, ond hefyd mae Llanymddyfri yn Mae'n gyda arfi i ennill gemau sy'n yn knock-outs. Maen nhw'n used to hynny ac maen nhw'n bydd nhw'n paratoi am heddi. Reit, wel, yn sôn am Llanymddyfri, dyma tîm y Porthmyn sy'n trial cyrraedd y rownd derfynol. I newid yn unig i'r 3 ar 20 enillodd yn erbyn Pontypool wythnos yn ôl a hynny ar y fainc. Y profiadol Rodri Jones ac Adam Warren yn y canol gyda ser yn y gêm wythnos diwetha Jack Davies fel cefnwr. Yn y blaenwyr y rhengol sy'n dal y llygad, mae cawr mawr Emlyn Osian Davies yn bartner i Stuart Worrell gyda 2 Scarlett, Ed Scragg a Morgan Jones yn yr ail reng. Y 2 brop ar y sgorfwrdd yn y rownd go gynderfyniol. Sgrymio yw'r nod yma pnaw yma, ond mae Berian Watkins a Jamie Hughes yn sicr yn gwybod lle mae'r llinell gais. Ac y tu ôl i bob pac, mae 9 da, a mae 10 da fel arfer Billy McBride, ond yn sôn am y mewnwr Llanymddyfri, Lee Rees, yn allweddol i bopeth maen nhw'n neud.
Ydy, fe yw curiau'r calon y tîm. Os wyt ti'n stopio Lee Rees, ti'n mynd hanner ffordd i stopio nhw. Fel ni'n gweud, mae'n bygythiol wrth ymyl ardal y ryc. Mae gêm cicio fo'n arbennig o dda. Mae gen i fo gêm y quick tap, so fydd rhaid i amddiffyn Glynebwy fod yn wylio dwrus o hynny heddiw.
Ie, ti'n gwybod, a pob man y gwe, ti'n gwybod, mae'n tynnu stringiau i Llanymddyfri, ond mae'n dod â chwaraewyr arall mewn i'r gêm, ond mae'r cefnogaeth hefyd, mae'r ar diwedd popeth mae Llanymddyfri yn neud. Ni'n gweld fe hyn, Bill tu nôl mewn, ac mae fe sy'n cymryd y cais oherwydd ei gwaith galed fe.
Pwy sy'n angen syrenu ymhlith y pac os un nhw am ennill heddi?
A mae dwy chwaraewyr dda yn tîm Llanymddyfri gyda Ed Scrag a Morgan Jones yn yr ail reng. A maen nhw'n mynd trwy gwaith galed, y dwy reng o ail reng. Yn y lain, maen nhw'n bwysig iawn i Llanymddyfri, gadarnhau i Llanymddyfri chwarae, ond hefyd mae'r gwaith maen nhw'n neud o gwmpas y parc. Chi'n gallu gweld ar y strategaidd fyna, y faint o amser maen nhw'n cario'r bêl neu yn neud tackles, maen nhw'n bwysig iawn i'r parc Llanymddyfri.
Ie, strategaeth yna'n go debyg. Ond at y tîm cadre, felly, Glynebwy, dyma'i tîm nhw. Cadwch le gyda Ryan Jenkins fel wythwr, 7 cais iddo fe eleni. Mae wedi curo mwy o amddiffynwyr na neb arall. Mae rheng flaen wedi bod yn gyson gyda'r capten Joe Franchi yn arwain o'r blaen 20 cais iddo fe eleni. 3 newid yn yr olwyr o'r tîm Curodd Cwins Caerfyrddin yn y rownd go gynterfynol. Mae'r sim lle Cameron Davies yn y canol. Franchi arall sy'n gwisgo crys rhif 12. Mae Dom yn ôl ar ôl anaf. Morgan Richards mewn fel cefnwr gyda Ieuan Evans, newid arall ar yr asgell. Ac allan ymhlith y tîm nawr, mae'n gohebydd ni heddi, Ricky Guest.
Diolch Lauren. Mae Glynebwy wedi cael arfanferth yn Isgarmes Ymidol blwyddyn yma. Dwi wedi cael ymuno gyda Ieuan Probert, hyfforddwr llunellau Glynebwy. Thanks for giving us your time in the warm-up. Your driving maul has been a weapon this year. Could you give us some insight into what your week looks like to prepare and the fundamentals that you look at throughout your training sessions?
Yeah, so obviously it's been a big plus for us this season, and a lot of it comes back to on a Tuesday we'll probably review the last game of things we need to improve on, and then when we get onto the field, everything starts with the lift, jump and throw, because if we haven't got those 3 things in place, that's when we can't maul, we can't get the tries we've scored at the moment. Then in terms of the maul, it's probably really big emphasis on our height, being nice and low, and then how tight we can be then. In terms of our front 3 players who've lifted and jumped, our 3 players who are going to join, which will be our forward as the plus, and our 2 plugs, and then all moving in one and all in sync.
So the key to all that is everybody knowing their roles and being on the same page, isn't it? So if you look at Llandyfri and how they defend, what did your fundamentals look like on Tuesday prior to today? Was there any changes you needed to make sure that you nullify their threats defensively, and also where you need to be at your best to get your outcome, of which you've seen 30 odd times this year already between both hookers in try count, to make sure that happens again today?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, height is going to be huge because they like to set really, really low. I've worked with Morgan and Ed in the past as well, the 2 locks for them, and they do like to get into the seams as well. So it's how tight that we can be there also. So really, things have stayed pretty much the same.
Spot on. Yeah, thanks for your company. So mae rhaid I pawb gydre fod yn ymwybodol o'r aros sydd gyda Glynebwy, gyda'r llinell ar Sgarmes Ymidol, a 2 bachwr bydd yn edrych I sgori gyda Ieuan Morris a Joe Franchi. Nôl I ti, Lauren.
A ni'n gobeithio bod pawb adre yr un diddordeb yn manylion technegol Ysgarmes a Ricky Guest. Ond ni'n mynd I roi'n sylw at yr olwyr nawr. I chi sydd ddim yn gwybod, mae prif sgorio'r pwyntiau Super Rugby Cymru yn sefyll fan hyn, 209, Billy McBride, sa'n gwybod sy'n cyfri. Ond mae Evan Lloyd mas o Glynebwy, 31 pwynt tu ôl I ti. Sut o ti'n mynd ati geisio ymdopi a fe a'i dactegau?
Ie, fel ni'n gweud ar top o'r raglen, mae gyda fe gêm cicio hir, sy'n arf mawr I Glynebwy. Ella ddim yn mynd i'r bêl i'r lein a cymaint o maswyr eraill yn y garfan, ond beth mae'n neud, mae'n cynorthwyo chwarae'n dda iawn. Mae gennym fo gêm pasio hir arbennig o dda, fel ni'n gweld yn y clipio fan hyn. Gennym fo gêm dadlwytho arbennig o dda. Ond be mae'n neud, fel ni'n deud oedd Curiad Calon tîm Llanymddyfri Di Lee Rees. Falle bod hwn di'r Curiad Calon tîm Glynebwy. Mae'n arbennig o dda. Bydd rhaid I Llanymddyfri fod yn wyliadwrus, cos mae'n gallu cicio'r bêl o dros 50 metr heddiw.
Sa'n gweld mae'n heibio ti, cofio, 31 pwynt yn lot I gyrraedd mewn 2 gêm. Ond at y pac, yn aml ni'n sôn am rheng flaen Glynebwy. Beth am y rheng ôl, Ryan Jenkins yn fygythiad? Ie,
mae'n pwysig iawn I Glynebwy. Y gwaith mae'n neud o tu ôl y sgrym a rownd y parc. Ni'n gweld o'r strategaeth fyna. Mae fe wedi cario chwaraewr bel 138 o weithiau a Ciro 22 o chwaraewyr, a 32 o chwaraewyr trwy gydol y tymor. Mae fe'n dyn, mae Glebwy yn edrych i mynd i, ond fel reng ôl, mae'n pob man ar y can. Ni'n gweld efo'n yn gorffen cais a mae'n gweithio'n galed drwy gydol y gêm i gyd.
Ie, roedd e'n frwydr o gwmpas Ardal y Daclwch yn swetha, a ni'n disgwyl yr un peth yma pnawn yma. Ni'n cofio sawl nos Iau ym mis Ionawr fan hyn yng Nghlynebwy, felly ni'n mynd i fwynhau hon. Mae'r haul yn disgleirio a ni'n edrych mlaen yn fawr i gael eich cwmni chi wedi'r egwl fer yma. Croeso nôl i'r Stadiwm Gin y Glas yma yng Nghlynebwy. 4 tîm sy'n weddill yn Super Rugby Cymru. Pwy fydd y pencampwyr? Wel, mae dilynwyr S4C chwaraeon wedi rhoi ateb nhw a llan ymddyfru yw'r ffefrynnau ar hyn o bryd. Ond mae angen ennill hon yn gyntaf. Felly beth yw'r negeseuon olaf? Mae Ricky Guess gyda'r ddau hyfforddwr.
Diolch Lauren, dwi'n cael ymuno gyda Jason Strange a Iris Evans, y doi prif hyfforddwr y tîm heddi. Jace, you've got a massive challenge with Llandyfri coming up here today. What are your challenges and what are your thought processes going in?
Yeah, as you said, it's a huge challenge for us. The main thing for us, we need to execute and stay composed on a big occasion. We didn't do that in the last final, and yeah, we got a plan. We just need to do it for long periods.
Thank you, Jess. All the best. Euros, nôl I chi. Mae'n lle galed I ddod I ware. Beth fel chi wedi paratoi am y gêm yn eddi?
Bwysig, mae scrum cryf dyn nhw, mae nhw'n gyrru'r line-out hefyd ni'n cryf hefyd, so mae'n rhaid i delio ag hwnna os mae'n i gael chance iddi.
Pob lwc, Euros. Nôl I ti, Lauren.
Wel, mae'r amser wedi cyrraedd. Bryd nawr I ni ymuno a'n tîmau sylwebu. English commentary is available with Sean Holley and Siwan Lillycrap. In-game comments in both languages will come from former Llandyfri hooker Ricky Guest. Yn y Gymraeg, Billy McBride sy'n cadw cwmni I Owain Gwynedd.
Croeso, welcome to the Cineglass Community Stadium here at Ebbw Vale for this big knockout semi-final encounter. Lee Rees leads out Llandyfri. And here come the home team, the Steelmen, Ebbw Vale at the Fortress here at the Cineglass Community Stadium. A semi-final in baking sunshine here in Ebbw Vale. Not something I was used to playing up here back in the day, but it's beautiful out there. Pitch is in good nick, and we've got two teams in fine form after their quarter-final wins and had a good season, finishing in the top 4 of Super Rugby Cymru. Before we get proceedings underway, we will have a moment's silence for Russell Dusty Davis, former chairman, secretary and player for Nantaglo RFC. Dusty spent 50 years as an integral part of Nantaglo RFC and the wider community, especially in rugby. And referee Ben Whitehouse will signal a moment's silence.
He was a player, a coach, a medic, a ball boy, and a committee man. Over the other side of the valley, Nantaglo were a lucky club to have him. Over the last 2 weeks since Dusty died, the numerous messages of governments all have things in common. They all mention that he's a true gentleman, a man's man, but above all, the difference and influence he made many people's personal and rugby lives. Nantaglo RFC have all met for the love and hard work Dusty put in. Likewise, it is strange not to see him in the clubhouse after the games. For all of us at Ebbw Vale RFC, let us be so clement until we meet again.
Lovely mark of respect there for Russell Dusty Davis. Now it's to the big one. The home team, Ebbw Vale. Well, they make 3 changes. That's all from the quarter-final win. All in the backs. Morgan Richards comes into 15. Ian Evans on the wing. Dom Franchi, brother of Joe Franchi and captain. 3 tries last week in the win in the quarter-final. Sean Parry was man of the match in that one. The open side flanker grabbed a try. But watch out for Ryan Jenkins, the number 8, 7 tries this season. For Llandyfri, well, they name an unchanged team. They came 4th in the regular season, but dispatched Pontypool 39 points to 20 with 6 tries in their quarter-final win on the way to this semi-final. Harry Dowell got him on the way with a first-minute try and grabbed 2 in that match. 2 scarless locks to look out for, Scragg and Jones. And now we're all set. Referee is Ben Whitehouse, experienced referee, assisted by Gareth Newman and Carwyn Shawn. Jenny Davis is our TMO. So we're off here then at the Cineglass Community Stadium. And a tricky restart to deal with for Ebbw Vale to start. Neatly cleaned up onto the left foot. And we'll have our first line-out. Assistant referee's flag, Gareth Newman. Looks a little breezy. I'm joined by former Wales captain, Siwan Lillycrap. Siwan, hello. It's warm down there.
It's a warm afternoon in Ebbw Vale. Last time he was here, Sean, I think it was with you actually. It wasn't quite the same weather we've got as this afternoon, but perfect day for some running rugby.
Little funny at the front to start. Neat little play, and off goes Taylor Davis. Bright start from the Drovers. Carry from Jamie Hughes, and on the front foot already. Johan Hughes pulling the strings straight away. The crossfield kick coming in from Rodri Jones. Taken by Harry Dole, the danger man. Was that a knock-on? No arm out from referee Whitehouse. Still with Lee Rees. And Rodri Jones takes it upon himself to do the forward stuff. Into the 22. Ed Scragg waits, but it goes to the big prop. Two big ones, in fact, Berry and Watkins, and Jamie Hughes, little drop off. And there it is, Jamie Hughes. Rees flashes back the other way. There's Stuart Worrell, blue scrum cap, the open side. Rees sniping runs. Good defence so far from Ebbw Vale. And the counter comes in, but referee Ben Whitehouse said overzealous. That's a bright start from the visitors here, Siwan.
It's exactly what we expected.
You pulled the first man over,
to do. Get the ball to the edge to that danger man, Harry Doe. Forwards getting through some work in the middle of the field as well, but keeping the ball alive in those opening minute and a half. Lots of phases.
You were fine.
We see the infringement just off their feet.
Yeah, so you were fine going for the ball. You were pulled off
Not
your feet.
staying on their
the
feet in that contact area.
Lee Rees opting for a shot at goal early on. We'd expect when we watch Llandovery in the regular season to maybe go for the corner, but knockout rugby today, Siwan.
Yeah, it's a different ball game. Knockout rugby, no second chances. Have to leave everything out there. Put pressure on the opposition early.
Oh, he's hit the left post. Bounce could go anywhere. It's gathered by Dom Franchi. Fortunately for Ebbw Vale, he struck it well, but he was always going left, just drifted in at the end. Now, Evan Lloyd can put his trusty right boot to it and clear their line. So, went for the 3 points, not quite on target. A little bit of a let-off for the home team.
Come on.
Yeah, Dom Franchi does well, doesn't he? There's a couple of Llandovery players getting up there. I thought, could it work in their advantage? Bounce of the ball.
Taylor Davis, a little funny at the start, and now's another one down the front. They've seen a weakness there. Oh, he went inside. So nearly to hand. That's the second funny down the front. And downfield, Ebbw Vale finally get it away. Jack Davis, a tricky one. And there's a bit of a breeze out there. Sun in his eyes as well. But here's the young fullback. Try last week. Gets the clearance kick, and Ebbw Vale finally have some purchase in the Llandovery half. But that was another funny little run around the front of the line out. They've exposed something down there, haven't they?
Absolutely. They've obviously done some analysis this week, and there's an opportunity at the front of the line out. Ebbw Vale just turned not alert to that little 5 metre pass. But the ball doesn't quite get gathered by Morgan Jones there. There's a great kick for Ebbw Vale to get back into Llandovery's half.
Off the top, Ebbw Vale's first line, much talked about pre-match with Ricky Guest. Obviously a big fan of the set piece.
He lives for set piece, does he, Guesty?
All his YouTube favourites are scrums and lineouts. But here come Ebbw Vale now. Finally got the ball in their hands. Rocking zigzag back and forth. Just getting the forwards. Their shoulders warmed up. And now Franchi, can they get it to the wider channel? In there comes Ryan Gardner. And Llandovery are over that, a little bit slow to that contact.
Leave it go.
A lot of red and white shirts there. Some big men in that pack.
Yeah, no one's really running off. Griff tough there. He's scooting, he's expecting someone to come off him, gets caught. Llandovery putting pressure on. Defensively, spot on in and around that breakdown. He gets caught. And an easy turnover, really, for Llandovery there. You can see he's looking for someone to come off him. And then he's isolated.
Try, 51, try.
Oh, Shan Davis. Oh, Llandovery does really well to get over that ball.
So, Taylor Davis, 2 funnies down the front. Where's he going now? Well, goes to the middle, hits Morgan Jones, and Worrell plays scrum half. The dink over the top. Beautifully read by Rhodri Jones. Again, they've done their homework. And Llandovery are in. Well, 3 set pieces, 3 line-outs, 3 line breaks, and the last one has resulted in a try. Well worked, straight off the training field.
Yeah, probably prescribed, probably looked at it throughout the week. But what that's done, they've gone funny down the front twice. Llandovery is then tested Ebervale over what they do. And then Morgan Jones gets up successfully, wins the line out. There's a lovely little dink over the top. And Rhodri Jones gathers. And he's used to finishing those.
Yeah, the winger's just a little too deep on the cover on that one. And it's beautifully placed, beautifully weighted kick. Has to be said. Johan Hughes. Fairly easy conversion by him to take it out to 7-0 to Llandovery.
There's 2 funny line-outs. The 5-metre one shoulder as well would test that winger then.
Just
maybe
set them up, didn't it?
Yeah. Moved him across. Created that space.
High restart, a good restart. Yeah, Ian Evans.
Into touch. Option.
Looks to atone
Option.
for a little kick away there.
Or the line out, Captain.
Ben might just one like that, not seen.
Lee, do you
So
want the
Ebervale
scrum
just need
or
to
the line
compose
out?
themselves a little here now.
Line out.
Get hold of the ball. It's been a good start by the visitors.
Keep the gap, keep the gap. Yeah, it's good there.
Probably here on our commentary mics, the wind really has come up in Ebervale's favour. Good take at the front
It's a
though
ball inside
by
5.
Oshan Davis. This will be a tough kick for Lee Rees now, into
First
the
stop.
breeze.
Stay back, feet.
And he drives it, in fact, low.
Outside.
But it hasn't gone out. Harry Dowell doesn't finish his tackle.
No, it's good tackle.
Ebervale go infield, midfield, but it's a little slow. Griff Tuff finally gets Franchi, who gets across the game line a little tough. Just a little delay there. Lovely missed pass. Now chance here out on that far side. Ryan Gardner dribbles through. Guess who's there?
Stay.
The evergreen Lee
Yeah, hold
Rees. Now then, the game has broken up a little bit for Ebervale. The dink into space, that might find grass, but no. Well found by Johan Hughes. A lot of green shirts piling in there, but again, the quick tap, we've got to watch Lee Rees.
I don't need your advice. Off feet.
The referee
I don't need advice,
says
okay?
just over the top a little bit, off the feet. Much
He
like
didn't
the
tap
first
it
one.
properly. The players were in the way. We're going to retake it. It's got to leave the hands clearly.
We go right here.
Okay.
Lee Rees is sharp in and around those penalties. Ebervale need to be alert for that this afternoon.
Yeah. Here it comes. Just off their feet again.
Yeah.
And Lee Rees just watching. Referee said it didn't leave his hands. No, it hasn't. The ball has to leave his hands if he's going to tap and go.
He's coming. He's coming.
Trick play. Take it coming round.
Wait a minute.
So they've been so good from this facet of the game so far. Have Llandovery causing Ebervale problems. What have they got up their sleeve this time? To the back this time.
Outside 15.
Good compete at the back, but it's well taken. And Taylor Davis does well one-handed to scoop that one up. Lee Rees goes the same way. Llandovery building pressure. Just outside the 22, Harry Dowell off his right wing.
No, it's fine.
And Rees. Oh, lovely slip inside from Oshan Davis. Rees, quick as a flash. And one of the 2 big second rows, Morgan Jones, getting involved. Try last week. Berrien Watkins, well met there on the 22 by the skipper, Joe Franchi. And lots of green shirts defending well. Need to foul hard here. Jones, a try scorer, brings in Clean Morgan, the left winger. First touch for him, and Ebervale are there in numbers. Good turnover. Ethan Phillips, I think the 13 was involved. And they have it back.
Now it's inside.
And they have a strong wind behind.
Inside.
Will Evan Lloyd look to pump this downfield?
2, hold.
Oh, indeed, Griff Tuff. And indeed he does, into the stand. Good defensive set that from Ebervale.
Yeah, comfortable, good defensive set, and picked the right time to strike on that breakdown. Get the turnover, and then a good clear by Griff Tuff. Good work in the contact area there.
There's two backs actually, isn't it? Ian Evans and Ethan Phillips combining. Good work in the outside channels.
Yes, winning that race, isn't it? A little bit more distance for those backs to cover, win the race, get there first.
Scragg this time, cleanly up. They're so dominant at the moment. Liverpool trying to compete. They've gone for the maul this time. Referee holds the back line back until it goes from the line of touch, which it has now. No, Evervale can come up last feet, but they keep it in with Taylor Davis at the back. Lee Rees just scanning to see what's available. Evervale is set fair here.
Okay, use.
And Jones takes it short, Ocean Davis, but he's well met again. Dom Franchi putting a lot of tackles in. Here comes Llandovery. Dowell, so dangerous, twinkle toes, but the other Franchi, Joe, and Lee Rees across field, trying to bring his runners in. Evervale are defending well here. Worrell out the back this time. Adam Warren, first touch. Just going a little across field, but Jack Davis, an amazing run there. He's got Lee Rees on his inside. He puts it to his skipper, and that's a well-created try in the end. It's his second try in the first 12 minutes here for the visitors. They're on fire, and they run out to 12 points to 0.
Yeah, it's always that man on the inside. But watching him, the phases, the tempo that Lee Rees is bringing to the Llandovery side in the game. But it's a missed tackle here. Just gets stood up. But it's great footwork by Jack Davis, and a great inside ball. He always knows where his scrum half is.
Lovely run from Jack Davis. But Ian Evans gambled, didn't he? Tried to spot in and intercept, and left Evan Lloyd on the inside. And this is a relatively easy shot for Johan Hughes, and he makes that one. And Llandovery, having been down at half-time in the quarter-final at home to Carmarthen Quins, now find themselves here at Evervale, 14-0 up.
Yeah, polar opposite to Llandovery's week last week. Big second half they had to have against Pontypool to get that victory.
A little bit, yeah.
So then, start again. Evervale, easy one for Ed Scragg. Scarlett's contracted. Berrien Watkins throws the dummy. Didn't really fool many as the wind picks up yet again. Llandovery just going about their work into this wind very, very well. Iros Evans will be delighted with the start. And Rees goes this time because of the breeze. Adam Warren, little flick on them out to Clean Morgan. Darts in field, lovely little offload. Ocean Davis. And Rees does well to get back, but that's knocked on now then. Joe Franchi, 3 tries last week, but certainly not from open field. And here comes the danger man, Ryan Jenkins. 7 tries this season, top carrier. Poor pass from Tupper, well handled by the big man, Dylan Bartlett. Chance now then, Franchi. Well marshalled on that wide edge there. Finally Evervale on the attack. Joe Franchi taking it. Standing still really, but makes a few meters. Griff Tuff playing 9. Well, too easy to defend really. No deception, but they get it back well. Evan Lloyd having to take it up. And indeed it's turned over, and there's numbers here. Danger again for Evervale. Rodri Jones to Harry Dowell.
Yeah, I've got
now he's got space. Rees yet again on the inside.
I
think we're going to go back for a knock on.
So a line break opportunity. He has caught it, but instead of catching it in front, he's caught it behind, which has started his run. 14.
There's trouble here. Much like a deliberate knock-on decision here.
14 deliberate, and it's preventing a good attack.
We have a yellow card. So he just stuck his hand out, and then Harry Dowell caught it behind him, as Ben Whitelow said. Otherwise, he could have been clear.
Like you said, Sean, there's no real deception. You're seeing a prop tip into Evan Lloyd. Evan having to carry which then resulted in the turnover, and Llandovery's counter-attack is too good off those turnovers with their danger men. They've got out wide.
Well, it's an instinctive thing. Put your arm out, and unfortunately, you're never going to catch it. And the officials know this. So, a bit of an injury here to Ed Scragg. That's a bit of a worry.
Oh, sorry.
Both second rows down there.
Yeah, both second rows there.
No, he's not called anything.
Morgan
Any
Jones
call,
and Ed Scragg.
Lee?
Two Scarlets
option,
contracted players.
Yeah, no call. Okay, Ebervale player up. Okay,
Well, he's up, Ed Scragg. Just shaking off a bit of a bump, maybe a stinger, that shoulder. Referee Ben Whitehouse, blast on his whistle, and Llandovery, a player up now. That is a lovely kick to the corner from Ioan Hughes. They're going for the juggler here, Siwan.
Yeah, it's a great kick. Put them 10 metres out.
The wind has changed. I'm looking at the
Just
flag
wait till he hits the
there.
ground here, boys, right?
Of Carwyn Shawnee, assistant referee. Here it is.
Wait till he's
Now
on
just
the ground.
watch Ian Evans backtracking, puts his arm out, and that's enough to deflect the ball forward.
Outside 15.
The back peel this time, Berrien Watkins. Oh, he went himself, went for glory. Recycled. Lee Rees looks one way, goes the other. The long pass is on the... Well done. Really good tackle, Ethan Phillips. Needed by Ebervale.
Your player's trapped. He's in the way. There's nothing you can do.
He was trying to release the ball then, wasn't he?
The players just all converged on top of him. He could not roll away.
Yeah, referee saying he just blew up because nothing could happen. And yet again, an inventive, creative line-out stuff again.
Yeah, really good stuff.
A show and go from Berrien Watkins.
Yeah. Front row is showing their skills. There's a real good tackle.
Nice slow bind the set. Slow bind the set.
By Ethan Phillips. Just to stop Llandovery in their tracks. Stop Ioan Hughes in his tracks. Because there was space out wide.
Bind.
Such a dangerous position here. The winger down. So you likely see Griff Tuff out in the back line here.
It's a really tough place to defend with 15 players. It's even tougher with 14. Split the defence either side.
Yeah, no scrum half.
No scrum half.
Crouch.
So what have they done? They put a
bind. Set.
Now then, the pickup from Joe Powell. It's really well defended. Worrell takes a full 360, and Ebervale are right over that ball. That's exactly what the home team needed. Anything, any positive at the moment, and it's come in the form of a jackal turnover under the sticks.
Yeah, it's a great turnover. Really, really good work. But the phase before, we've seen a rip in the tackle as well. But it ripped forward, bounced in the opposite direction, but good work and to get the turnover. Then next phase. Here we see straight over the ball, two of them in there. Good profile. Bartlett.
Siwan, let's bring Ricky Guest, our resident line-out expert. Ricky, we've got a bit of an injury, but we want to talk to you about some of the inventive line-out stuff from Llandovery at the moment. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I think as per usual, the mastermind in Iris Evans has spent a fair few hours analysing where the threats and opportunities are in the Ebervale line-out. And at the moment, we can see they're using decoys towards the front to free up the back. What you probably see as the game goes on now is Ebervale will probably move their offensive middle pod further back towards the 15 to try and nullify it. But I'm pretty sure that Llandovery will have that in their armoury then to switch it up. And trying to really appreciate that going to happen as the game goes on, and they'll come further forward down the line out in front of that pod. So you'll probably see some further ambition and inventiveness from Llandovery, because they'll have had the menu of the lineouts given them in the week with regards to if and what changes they need to make as per the picture or the defensive set from Ebervale will change as the game goes on, Sean.
Talking about Ricky, have a sit down now. That's a lot of line-out chat. Thank you very much. only Ricky Guest can get that excited about so many
Outside
line-outs.
15.
Good, complex line-out from Ebbw Vale.
Stop, boys, stop.
And the wind is actually swirling around down there now. It's difficult for kickers and catchers, but Dowell does well. It's a good chase-up. Numbers in green. Fullback Morgan Richards couldn't quite get over that one. That's a little high. Referee says play on. Lee Rees. Now, Llandovery dictating play. It's a bit flat that time. And Ebbw Vale in pretty good shape, but there's some mazy runners in this Llandovery side. Jack Davis we've seen already. Now then to the short side, Rodri Jones. Ioan Hughes having a field day out there at 10. As is Lee Rees, the skipper. Quick ball. Osian Davis been heavily involved early on. Quick again and into position. Worrell inside. Some real creative stuff from Llandovery. They used to knock out rugby, of course. The flip out the side, and there's trouble now for Ioan Hughes. But Ebbw Vale not following up in numbers, just in ones and twos. And that's a great take over there by Ryan Gardner.
Red 11 offside and blue when you were
In
tackled.
front of the kicker.
Yeah. Red
Ebbw
11
Vale have to do
offside.
something, Siwan. And it's all Llandovery, isn't it?
Yeah,
can play
Llandovery
forward
are
to the
pulling
line.
the strings at the moment, Sean. Playing all of the rugby in the right areas, but their tempo, the speed of ball as well, really stretching Ebbw Vale. And then Llandovery trying to
On the
offload.
15, everybody.
Didn't
Sorry,
quite
fine,
go
no.
to plan there, but Ebbw Vale really need to get some kind of hold in this game, play in the right areas, get through the phases. We haven't seen them go through more than a handful of phases yet.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, crossfield kick in front. Clean Morgan way in front of the kicker. Well spotted by the officials.
Yeah, it's a good spot there.
Time on.
I'm looking at I think that's Rodri Jones, isn't it? Who's been really influential at the start of this game. Experienced player. An unsung hero, really. Good line out from Ebbw Vale. Franchi comes around. Had the short option, but there is Ryan Jenkins on the short option, but gone forward. Says Ben White, there's nothing going to plan for Ebbw Vale.
Nothing at the moment. I know the conditions are really good this afternoon. Here we see it, 17 degrees, wind, sun, got it all here. Make what you want of that. But for me, Ebbw Vale's strong points generally is set piece forwards. They've gone for a bit of a play off the line out there, a fake maul. Maybe do they need to go back, even though conditions are really good here in Ebbw Vale. Sack Llandovery in at that driving maul.
Yeah, especially with the winger down, Ian Evans still off with his yellow card, and Powell sets his back line off. Lovely little tip on by Adam Moran. Ian Morgan with a run over halfway then. Rees brings in the big men. Scragg with the carry.
Yeah, we'll play it.
Maybe he's complaining. Ben White does says play on. Taylor Davis in midfield. Well met by Evan Lloyd. There's a Llandovery player down on the far side as Ioan Hughes kicks it straight down the throat of Morgan Richards, who puts a good kick in, finds grass. Now will Ebbw Vale get a bounce? Finally they do. Assistance flag has gone up as Jack Davis tried to keep it in, but that's exactly what Ebbw Vale needed.
Outstanding kick. Exactly like you said, Sean. Exactly what Ebbw Vale needed. Massive kick from his own 22 down to Llandovery's 22. They're now 10-15 metres out from that try line. What are they going to do here?
Injury.
The 50-22. Of course means that Joe Franchi gets the ball back, and now this is where they're comfortable. And you feel that they have to score next. You know, Llandovery go 3 scores clear, and the side of that their calibre, even with so long left, it's difficult to catch up.
I will hopefully reward you if I see it like that.
It is in cup final
I
rugby
felt
on a
on that
hot
when it was
day.
like you got onto the ball and then pulled away straight away.
Well, lots of things coming up on S4C. Of course, it's that time of the season here. We have the semi-final Super Rugby Cymru. It's all coming to a head in the URC. Cardiff travel to the Bulls today, straight after this one. That's a tough place to go. And talking of tough games, well, the Dragons doesn't get any easier for them. Stormers away today after the Cardiff match, and then all our teams in South Africa this weekend. Tomorrow at 1:45, it's the Scarlets. They need a win. They need a win in the next 2 weeks to get to the playoffs. So what can Ebbw Vale do here? Skipper, 3 tries last week, gets the first job done. Hasn't gone off the mark. Now it has. Franchi has it at the back. It's spun a little infield. Llandudno reload, not going anywhere really. Plenty of green shirts. In goes Morgan Richards wearing 15. And it hasn't gone anywhere. Now it starts to go forward. They've got Dom Franchi in there as well. But that has not gone to plan, and it's one more tick in the box for Iris Evans.
Back you go, 15, keep your thoughts to yourself.
And it was Morgan Richards with the back chat. And
15.
Jason Strange will be seething at the moment.
Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? First bit of pressure they've really applied. It's gone from a scrum to a penalty. You know, Llandudno now get just short of halfway with that kick. Whereas they could have applied some other pressure from the scrum. But frustrating, really. Credit to Llandudno's driving maul defence here, though.
Well, a maul was called.
Yeah.
Nothing developed here.
Yeah, 2 meters.
And then, unbelievably, the fullback gave the back chat.
Yes, it is.
And
yeah.
downfield, go Llandudno. And again, it's Clayton line out. And I think that was number 8, Joe Powell this time. So many options in that
first stop.
Drovers line out. Now they try to edge forward. Ebbw Vale must keep their bind there.
Off leg set. You work to the middle, it's fine.
Rodri Jones.
Use it.
Reese will box kick it. No, he doesn't. He goes to Morgan Jones. Well met again. Oh. I thought for a moment Jack Pope had it taken a bump. Taylor Davis sent away with a forward pass.
Lots of space there. Jones. Forward pass. Here we see it.
Great view.
Yeah.
Ah, great view. Cameraman knew exactly where to be there.
Yeah. The gap just when we come down to crouch just seems massive, and we're just leaning in there when we call bind. So we just close that up a little bit.
Ebbw Vale are having to work hard in defence in the opening 25 minutes of this game. It's a hot day to be defending.
It is hot. I was sat down there before kick-off doing my notes, and do you know what? I reckon I got a bit of a tan.
Yeah? Better than your golf tan?
I've got to top up my golf tan, if you want.
Yeah.
Bind!
So Ebbw Vale, left-hand side. Referee not happy with the engage.
Let's go.
We're going to hold our back. Mark's there.
Mark's here now, is it?
Let's go. Just pre-engage on this side, lads, okay? So hold that lean.
Seconds.
No pressure on the bind.
Slight pause in proceedings, but Griff Tuff just eyeing up.
Crouch.
There is a bit of space, and
bind.
It's so far left-hand side. Berry and Watkins, yeah. Ben White just won't cope with that, and Griff Tuff goes out the back. A long pass. In comes the fullback, Morgan Richards. What has he got? Gets across the gain line. Tuff does well to get there. Now, referee's arms out, so we've got an advantage. Could this be Ebbw Vale's route back in? Franchi zips it across to his brother, Joe.
Leave it.
Tuff goes against the grain. Referee was in the way a little bit, so Tuff held on to it. A soak-up tackle there means they're on the front foot again. Franchi at the back, Evan Lloyd. Now then, Tom Franchi. Best bit of possession Ebbw Vale have had, really. And in
still advantage
goes Luke Garrett, of all people. Franchi, Evan Lloyd. Now then, a little bit of cross in there, but the advantage was being played by referee Ben Whitehouse.
Offside.
And from the side.
I need a bit more space at the back.
Surely it's roughly time as well for the yellow card for Ebbw Vale.
Yeah, he's back on.
Yeah.
Yellow on.
So there's the infringement in from the side.
Okay, I didn't feel it was like it was the first time.
It was offside, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Just okay.
Missing the jump, well offside there. Taking away any gain line advantage Ebbw Vale can make from quick ball.
Well, all of a sudden, you turn around, if you're Jason Strange, and there's 27 minutes on the clock, 2 tries to the visitors, you feel like they want to get something out of this. A little dummy in the front, the shimmy, and it goes to Curtis Gregory. Round the little front they go. Little show and go to Franchi, a metre short.
Go back, all the way.
What a chance for the home team. They need this. Goes to the tight head.
Keep coming back, lads.
Adam Williams. Well presented. Now, patience. Dom Franchi. Well, there's a little half gap there, but he's got it back well. Griff Tuff, they've got to be offside there, Llandovery, and the arm goes out. So close, the home team. Let's listen to the referee.
Okay, the penalty was to you. The second penalty was to you, but you've made contact with your boot to his back, so it's now a yellow card and the penalty against you. The penalty was there. You didn't need to put your boot on him.
Wow, we heard that clearly from Ben Whitehouse. Boot to back. Illegal use of the boot there.
That's an opportunity.
That's a killer blow, Siobhan.
It's not the 90s, lads. You can't do that.
Yeah, you just heard Ben Whitehouse say it's not the 90s. You can't do that. They're 2 pen advantage, and you never know as well what Ben had been thinking about. Was this the penalties that were accumulating, a potential card for Llandovery? Can't quite see it from this angle.
Well, it might not be the 90s, but some of us oldies feel we should allow that back in. Get people off the ball, but Jack Pope, illegal use, and Llandovery can just enjoy another player advantage for another 10 minutes when he just had Ieuan Evans back. Rees has chosen to box kick this time downfield, straight down Richards' throat. If he looks open, he's got a few players there, decides to go himself. Tucked the ball early, but beat the first tackle. Did he let it go? Yes, not held, says Ben Whitehouse. They come the same way. Yeah, now Ryan Jenkins trying to get himself into the game. Griff Tuff to Franchi, who's been everywhere. Evan Lloyd, there's space over that side. Didn't quite get the direction on the kick, and yet Johan Hughes has gone back. And they can try again. Evan Lloyd, little dink inside, he's got nobody with him. Close enough, they need to be careful here, Ebbw Vale. They got it back. And a little darting run this time. Trying everything, Ebbw Vale. Outside centre, Ethan Phillips.
Leave it, Llandovery.
Hard carry. Where's the scrum half? Griff Tuff has been held down. He's there now. Lloyd. Oh, it's out the back and nobody's there. Who reacts quickest? Well, it's like Keystone Cops out there for that one. But it's Ebbw Vale who eventually came up with it. No scrum half again, so Franchi plays 9. Lloyd. Phillips sees half a gap. Oh, couldn't free his arms. Adam Warren did enough. And Warren got to his feet and played the ball. And there's the experienced centre's work in a nutshell. Wow.
That was exceptional by Warren, wasn't it? Where we see that back now, his speed from tackle to his feet over the ball. That's the difference. That urgency.
Which way?
It's a great turnover. After a bit of a chaotic few phases, back and forth. Lots of spilt ball.
Well, let's go to Ricky Guest, who's made his way up to the Ebbw Vale box here.
It's a ball,
Aaron, it's been probably a frustrating half for yourself so far, and a discipline towards the end there could prove costly. What are your thoughts so far?
Yeah, when you're playing against a team like Llandovery, obviously discipline is a massive thing because you're going to get a limited amount of chances. Yeah, so we need to be better in that area.
Here goes Aaron. Hopefully you'll have an opportunity here to make amends.
Has he got the gas? He has indeed. Well, they needed a bit of luck, Ebbw Vale. Llandovery overplaying a little bit. Evan Lloyd was in the passing channel. And Ryan Gardner had the wheels in the end. They may be a player down, they may be up against it, but they're back in the game, Ebbw Vale. It's 5 points to 14.
Is that a vital score by Ebbw Vale? Good finish by Gardner. Look at this defensive line. Gets in passing lane. Great read. Look at the acceleration. But what I love is this offload then back inside. That's a good finish.
Timing of the pass from Evan Lloyd was crucial because Jack Davis was catching him.
Yeah.
And he passed it at just the right time. He won't thank Ryan Gardner for not getting a little closer to the post.
Yeah. Just trying to run away from the defence.
Difficult kicking conditions from a distance there. Let's go back to Ricky Guest and talk some more scrums and lineouts.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't see it. I felt the two sets of like lifting pods came together. I didn't see any deliberate pull.
Aaron, we're back again. Just one point really. You've probably struggled to keep hold of the ball apart from the last 5 minutes. How are you going to change that? What are your messages going to be half time?
I just think that second man to the ball carrier just needs to be a little bit quicker to the ruck,
Which way?
rather than letting him run away from him.
Good stuff. No litios.
Alan Conley there, thank you for your time. And probably a bit preoccupied with the interception and the try. Gets him back in the game.
Take him back.
Now can they settle a little bit? A little outside of the boot there. And Johan Hughes was well positioned. He dinks it into space. There is a lot of space, but they get the bounce. Now that he needs to look. He never did. He had Don Franchi with him. So Tough brings his forwards in. The tip was on. And now there's a little bit of... just a few gaps appearing in Llandovery's defence. If Ebbw Vale pick their heads up, play a bit quicker.
Look how many they drop into backfield.
And they know it's coming, don't they? So Johan Hughes brings in Dorwell.
No, shoulder.
Joe Franchi unceremoniously pushed away as Jack Davis comes in. Mazy runner, the young fullback.
Tell wider.
Little show. He loves a little show, Barry Watkins, doesn't he? Fancies himself as a bit of a Phil Bennett.
Yeah.
Johan Hughes, Rodri Jones and Taylor Davis with great hands. Dorwell has space over the top here. There needs to be cover. Oh, and Griff Tough got a nice bounce. Can he get through? Leon Morgan tried to bat the ball out of his hands, but the game's livening up here now with about 5 minutes to half time. Ebbw Vale somehow have dragged themselves back into this game.
Hughes.
And that'll give them heart going into half time. Tough. Doing it Tough. A player down. It's too far. And well taken, Johan Hughes. Goes outside his 22 though. Ebbw just looking a little weary, and Tough gets it. Picks his head up, kicks it into the 22. Difficult one over there for Clean Morgan. But it's gone a little long. He's touched it. He puts that down now. It was off his feet. Off his legs. It's a goal line dropout after all that, Suhan.
Yeah, it was a good kick by Tough though, wasn't it? Just rolled a little bit too far, but it was a good option. Variation in the kick.
On the 5, lads.
Low. Rather a tough one to gather. But put in different kind of pressure. Llandovery now. And they have come alive. They're playing a lot better, Ebbw Vale, this last 10 minutes. He says.
He was never anywhere near it, was he? It was a difficult one. It just felt too short for him. And hands on knees. The crowd come out and the sunglasses on.
I lost like the ball,
T-shirts,
sorry.
great to see.
We'll just go for the original.
Makes you think, why don't we play a bit more rugby in this season, in the summer?
It's all right for us to say as spectators, Sean, on the
and
field.
Ex-players.
Yeah. Where we were players, we might have said different. But it's lovely as a spectator this afternoon. Sunshine, dry weather, running rugby.
Early kick-off. There's a cricket match here this afternoon. We look to our left and the square's looking good here at Ebbw Vale.
Bind. Set.
So, coming up to 3.5 minutes to go, the half-time. Lee Reese jockeys left to Adam Warren, experienced centre, who was doubtful before the game with a groin injury. Morgan Jones gets it over halfway, has to be wrestled to the floor in the end. Taylor Davis, lovely little runner on from Lee Reese, and then Johan Hughes is well read there by Dom Franchi. And got it off the floor, and Reese flat pass. No, says the assistant. Well, it was right in line with us, Siwan. I'll leave you judge that pass.
Lee Reese isn't happy with that decision, is he? He's looking to the touchline.
So I apologise.
Shaking his
I
head.
will go on this side now, yeah.
Here we see, we've got a good angle.
And you help by the halfway line as well, I think.
Oh.
Blood.
Thing is, the player never thinks it's forward, does he?
No. Always back yourself.
I felt they were all. Certainly the man, I'm almost certain the man who made the tackle.
Right, Ebbw will be pleased with that result.
And I had no call from the outside men, so I assume they were.
They've spent a lot of time. Pretty much half of this first half would have been with 14 players. Tough in conditions like this against a run-in Llandovery side. Dangerous backs, dangerous back three.
Well, we've got football coming up, Sean, as well. We've got Carnarvon versus Cardiff Met tomorrow at 5 o'clock, SOC.
Okay.
So we've got some students playing
38 seconds,
in North
so
Wales.
after this,
bit of a trip for them. So plenty of sport coming up. We've got highlights of SRC coming next week. Also Champions Cup action. So lots to look forward to. There's the Super Rugby highlights. 18th of May. And 2 weeks today. Well, we saw 3 Northampton players picked in the British and Irish Lions squad last Thursday, and they beat Leinster, well, in emphatic fashion to reach the Champions Cup final. That's on the 24th of May. 2 weeks today, S4C live. They play Bordeaux, who put paid to Toulouse. You watching that, Siwan?
I hope so, Jordan. I think it'll be an exciting game. Lots of exciting rugby on the horizon over the next few weeks with
no pre-engage this side,
knockouts. Teams trying to finish in the top of URC. Lots of exciting rugby.
Crouch.
Possibly, is it the best time of the year with these type of conditions and so much at stake?
Absolutely. Used to love getting into the latter stages of competitions. So much jeopardy, and down goes Llandovery. The arm goes out. Little dink over.
He's offside. We're going to go back.
No advantage.
He's offside.
No, we got a chance to see Ebbw Vale, I think, go back to a full complement before half-time. Clock ticks, last 2 minutes.
13 was offside on the kick, which is why we've come back for it.
Now, you feel Evan Lloyd
is he on now?
Should gamble and get it close, Siwan.
Yeah, got to gamble.
And he hasn't.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a safe one.
Yeah.
It's a long way to go as back comes Jack Pope, whose use of the boot got him into the sin bin. And there's the big swing. Berrien Watkins folding under pressure from Luke Garrett.
Yeah, set piece is definitely Ebbw Vale's one of Ebbw Vale's strong points. I know conditions are warm today. I've said it before. That's where they need to probably punish Llandovery.
Well, they went right to the back, and it's a tough one. Johan Hughes just pumps it downfield. Morgan Richards gets a hand. It's gone backwards. Long way to go for Ebbw Vale before half-time. Less than a minute left in this first half.
Yeah, he's retreating.
Jack Davis, infielder Harry Dowell. He picks his head up. Llandovery, I think, will be happy going in at 14-5. Bit of kick tennis.
Stop.
30 seconds on the clock. Johan Hughes takes it forward, has options left and right, shows and goes and gets tackled on halfway. Worrell calls for it, but it goes to Watkins.
Good effort, thank you.
Lee Reese in charge. He knows what to do. He'll go back and forth here with Rodri Jones and talk to Ben Whitehouse, I would have thought, about the clock.
Yeah, just keeping it safe here, aren't they? Just going through the phases with the forwards until they play out the back.
They do like to play when they get a chance, and that's that Jack Davis step again. He's clean through, and guess who run the cheek line, Lee Rees? But he didn't need him. Well, this young man's a talent. We said they might run the clock down at half-time, but it's not in Llandovery's DNA, and Jack Davis has looked electric in this first half.
Oh, he's been outstanding. He's a danger man in the back field there, but also his evasion skills, his footwork. But they even fooled us. We thought they were going to run the clock down, but then a great out the back ball. Look at the short runner, checking defenders, and then boom, off that right foot through the gap. And as you say, Lee Rees always on the inside, running that cheat line, always in support.
Did a lot of commentary on Jack Davis for those of you who watched Rugby Pawb a few seasons ago, and he always showed up. And now in senior rugby, showing his skills, his pace, lovely right-footed step again, and we go to half-time. An extra 2 points on offer, and he's taken. Well, it has pretty much been all Llandovery in this first half. And they've scored 3 fantastic tries. Started with some set-piece magic and finished with some full-back magic. Jack Davis. Ebbw got one back through Gardner, but it's been pretty much Llandovery that have been in control in this first half in the semi-final of Super Rugby Cumpri. So as the players go down the tunnel at half-time here at Ebbw Vale, it's Ebbw Vale 5, Llandovery 21.
Wel, yn ystod cwarter cynta'r gêm yma, fe welson ni Llanymddyfri ar ei ora. Tempo, uchelgais, pob dim yn clico, a pwy arall, ond curiad calon y tîm Lee Rees ar ddiwedd y bas. Dewch nôl ato ni, wedi'r egwyl. Croes yn ôl ato ni, mae 'na wledd o rygbi ar S4C pnawn 'ma. Caerdydd yn wynebu'r Bulls am 4:45. Y Dreigiau yn erbyn y Stormers am 5 o'r gloch, ac yna yfori y Scarlets yn erbyn y Lions am 1:45. Am ysgorio hefyd yn fyw fori Caernarfon yn erbyn Met Caerdydd y gêm yna am 5 o'r gloch. A mae wedi bod yn ornest ddifyr iawn fan hyn yng Nghlynebwy. Llanymddyfri heb os yn dechrau ac yn bennu'r hanner cynta yna ar dan. O'n i'n teimlo fel bod Glynebwy wedi goroesi yn dod ni am ran hele tan yr ergyd na Llanymddyfri yn sgorio just cyn yr hanner, a nhw'n dangos i profiad a'u talent.
Ie, profiad a talent, a tiwod beth ni wedi gweld o'r dechrau gêm oedd Llanymddyfri yn chwarae, ond y gwaith maen nhw wedi wneud gatre, tiwod y lain dwy yn mynd yn byr a newid beth mae Glynebwy wedyn yn wneud, sydd wedi talu off i nhw, a profiad y chwaraewyr Lee Rees a pob un yn y tîm na yn dangos yn y hanner cyntaf.
Wel, ewn ni nôl de, gael Cipolwg ar y cais cynta yna. Fel wedodd Siwan, 3 lein ymosodiad credigol, a nhw'n cael eu gwabrwyo gyda'r trydydd.
Ie, ti'n gweld y mewnwr ar ffront y lein. Dyna pam maen nhw'n mynd lawr yr ochr dywyll yna i gynta. Ond hefyd mae'n gwerth cartre anhygoel oherwydd mae'n siŵr bod nhw wedi gweld bod ar asgellwr Ieuan Evans yn fan hyn bach yn slow off i asgell yn cyfro chip kick yna. Ioan Hughes yn gorfod dal y bel uwch benna a wedyn cicio a wrth i fo symud. Mae hwnna'n sgil anhygoel o dda, mae'n sgil rili anodd. Ond eto gyd, Roger Jones efo dal y bel a gorffen symudiad arbennig o dda.
Sgorio nhw 2 gais o fewn y 12 munud cynta. Jack Davis yn torri'r dacl yn yr ail gant. A pwy arall ond Lee Rees ar ei ddiwedd?
Ie, mae fe'n bob man ag ond mae'n gwybod yn union be mae'r chwaraewyr yn dod o. Ond Jack Davis wedi bod yn anhygoel yn y hanner cyntaf. Y gwaith traed fer a sut mae meiddi amddiffwyr enwyr yn arbennig o dda. A Lee Rees, mae'n bob man heddi. Ond sut mae'n speed o'r bôl mae Lee yn rhoi hefyd yn anhygoel.
Neb di curo mwy o amddiffynwyr i Llanymddyfri na Jack Davis, mor dynameg.
Ie, mae bron yn rhy hawdd i Llanymddyfri ar hyn o bryd. Ni wedi siarad cyn y raglen i trio slofi pel, Llanymddyfri i lawr a trio cael y tempo allan. Ond mae'r pel jyst ar plat i'r Lee Rees. Bob cyfle mae'n cael, mae'r pel allan yna, bang. A mae sgiliau pasio blaenwyr yn enwedig gan Llanymddyfri, just mor dda ar olwyr. Mae mor dda i wylio.
Ie, fe gath Glynebwy cais yn ôl rhwng gipiad, ond wedyn Jack Davis yn creu'r cais yna. Yn creu'r cais yma fyd, trydydd cais yr ymwelwyr, ond hefyd yn llwyddo i orffen hon.
Ie, arbennig o dda. Mae'n dod o troi ddefe a fynd trwyddo, ac mae gyda'r gas hefyd i fynd y holl ffordd. Ond dim ond munud oedd ar ôl ar y cloc fan hyn, oedd pawb yn meddwl fydd Llanymddyfri yn cadw fe'n dyn a wedyn cicio'r bel allan. Ond na, maen nhw chwarae, maen nhw gyda'r hyder i chwarae, ond mae'n slick fel dwedodd Billy. Sut maen nhw'n tynnu'r bel tu ôl hefyd, mae'r blaenwyr yn gallu chwarae fel y cernwyr.
Right, wel fi'n siŵr fydd Glynebwy'n teimlo bod nhw dal yn y gêm a maen nhw wedi goroesi 2 gerdyn felen yn y diwedd, tybed be fydd neges Jason Strange. O ran Llanymddyfri, maen nhw mond wedi ennill teir gwaith yn yr 11 mlynedd diwetha. Ydyn nhw nawr yn gallu llwyddo pan mae'n cyfri. Dewch nôl am y 20 munud nesaf wedi'r egwyl. Croes yn ôl I Lynebwy, y sgôr ar yr egol, y tîm cartre 5 llan ymddyfru 1 ar 20, holl gyffro'r ail hanner I ddod, ond draw yn sydyn nawr at Ricky Guest.
Euros, sgor I just cyn y hanner, pwy fath o effaith gath hwnna ar y pwysleisio a'r pwyntiau ti'n siarad am yn y hanner amser?
A mae ni reoli tirogeth bach mwy, cael y cydbwysedd neu awaru ran iawn o'r ca hefyd. Mae'n bwysig yn iawn ar ail hanner.
Diolch Euros, nôl ti, Lauren.
Wel, amser I ni fynd nôl at ein tîm sylwebu. English language commentary available with Sean Holly and Siwan Lillycrap yn y Gymraeg, Billy McBride, sy'n cadw cwmni I Owain Gwynedd.
Off we go then for the second half. Euros Evans with a few words, as usual. But I'm sure he had a lot to say at half-time. Happy with his players, never shows it, but great first half from the visitors, giving themselves a 16-point buffer. And, you know, what would he have been saying in contrast to Jason for Ebbw Vale at half-time, Siwan?
Yeah, it would have been a very different story, wouldn't it? I thought Llandovery started the game really well, how clinical they were, executing game plan, it felt like from up here in commentary, Sean. So going back to how they started that first 20 minutes and how they finished that first half. Whereas I think Jason's message would have been very different over discipline, I think, for Ebbw Vale. 7 penalties, 2 yellow cards in that first half. Ebbw Vale give away.
Can't give a side like Llandovery that much of an advantage, so I'm sure you're right, Lee Rees now. Didn't kick a lot of box kicks in the first half, but adopts to do so straight into the second half, and that's a good follow-up coming in. Ebbw Vale need to work
give me space,
back
give
quickly.
Me space, give me space. Your advantage offside.
And they have. Oh, there's an injury here.
Take your time, lads. Leave him alone. It's blood.
Well, it was the follow-up, wasn't it? Can't quite see who it is.
Restart. 8 was offside. No, was it 8? Sorry, this man's offside. I told him 2 or 3 times to get back, and he kept pointing at the man on the floor. I get that, but they wanted to play, and I didn't know. It's going to be your pen for offside. Is it the 5 or the 6 was offside? Back down there. No, just be here, buddy.
Well, there's no movement there at the moment. So, the crowds can just sip their beers for now. And we never like to see this, Siwan, but let's talk a little bit more about what Ebbw Vale have to do in this second half.
Yeah, thank you.
Talk about discipline is one thing. What about their style of play?
Okay, I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, you know, discipline, like we mentioned, needs to be tidied up, because otherwise you can't get any momentum in the game. And for me, they've almost gone away from
I was going to say, the last time I read
how they've been successful, set piece, driving modes, like we've seen them first line out of that second half, go for the bit of a peel and a play-off, didn't pay off, but the Ebbw Vale we used to know would have suffocated them at driving maul, and that's where then you get Llandovery to bite in defence, really have to cover that off, but at the moment they don't have to cover that off. So I would go personally back to where they've been strong all season, and can we get a foothold in the game that way?
A bit more possession to and dominate, win the collisions, to force penalties, to get into those field positions, to bring your strengths into play. And Llandovery have nullified that.
But you did attack.
Yeah. Ben White there, a minute. Just talking to Sean Parry. It's Taylor Davis, the hooker.
How did he do it, Jen? Was it on the guy in the air, or? Okay, he hits. Okay, so he hits the other player's knee by accident.
Yeah,
okay.
So Ben White just saying he's hit the player's knee.
Thank you.
And have to take every precaution. Taylor Davis, the follow-up to Lee Rees's box kick. And he's been good, Lee Rees, isn't he? Captain, highlighted before the show by yourselves. And he's been pulling all the strings as usual.
Oh, he's phenomenal. You know, for me, one of his bigger strong points is that speed of ball, how fast he's at the breakdown, and the ball's up off the floor, and his players just flow off him, Sean. So they know exactly what he's going to do, and it just seems to be in sync for Llandovery. And then the connections then of their half-backs out the back. You've got Johan Hughes, you've got Rodri Jones connected to the forwards, they're getting the ball in the wide channel. It just all seems seamless and it flows, whereas Ebbw almost feel stuttery in that area, checking themselves in attack, checking the balls, one-up runners, they're getting turned over. It's just, I don't know whether Ebervale are full strength today, whether they've got a couple of injuries.
Certainly their first choice pack, which is exactly what you're talking about. But you know, no surprise, the players you're mentioning, Llandovery, are inventive, decision-making ball players. Lee Rees, Rodri Jones, unsung hero, Johan Hughes. They are the guys. And there's the follow-up. Taylor Davis. Oh, he's accidentally caught Iwan Bowden's left leg with his head. He's smiling. He's up. That's great news. All smiles there. A little bit of tape around the head as well, just for good measure.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's go and have a word with Ricky Guest.
It was on the floor, Taylor. I think someone's picked it up.
Mae'n gweud lot am I gymeriad yna, dwi. Fi'n siŵr bydd e moyn chwarae ymlaen, ond fel mae'n cerdded bant o'r car efo, mae e bach gydros y lle yna, dwi. Dwi wedi cael ei muno gyda Aaron Cownley, y ffordd o'r blaenwyr Glynebwy. Aaron, you've been behind 5 games this year, half-time, and come out victorious at the end.
Offside.
Bearing that in mind, what were the messages during the half-time team talk?
Half-time team talk, Rick, was basically cut the errors out and make sure that we win in collisions as well. I think if we do that and get back to our game of mauling, I think, you know, we can push Llandovery all the way.
Thank you, Aaron. Nôl I chi, Owain.
Well, Evan Lloyd missed the touch penalty, but they still have it. And now they're on the front foot. So, from a neutral's point of view, wouldn't it be great to see an Ebervale come back and take this to the wire, and they're doing all they can, but it's been lost forward with the referee.
Offside, 13, yeah?
Again, with a bit of the help from the Ebervale supporters on the far side, giving another offside penalty. And, you know, Evan Lloyd looking towards the touchline. It's clear they need tries now. They need to score 3 times, don't they?
12, 13.
Yeah, Adam Warren just offside there. Ebervale have an opportunity here, like we just heard. Coaching staff from the box with Ricky. Go back to our driving maul. So we'll see if they execute the message at half-time now, Ebervale.
Well, Taylor Davis has gone off for a blood injury. We saw the tape around his head. So Garan Williams, try scorer in the quarter-final. And Hooker is on.
Yeah, you can close it up, lads. They've stepped off.
This is more of a familiar Ebervale look. Joe Franchi
not moved anywhere.
Muscles the ball into his hands at the back. It goes open. This looks good.
He's tripped. And he's out.
But he's got isolated. They still have it. And they need to spend some time in this 22.
Thank you.
Not sure how Franchi got isolated there, but nevertheless, Ebervale trundling towards the 5-metre line. The pick-up and pop by Bartlett to Franchi. And they're getting ever closer now.
Good.
Evan Lloyd says, I don't want it. Keep folding around the corner. Ryan Jenkins. Ball present is good. Jack Pope. He's been in the bin. And they camp here now. Within 4 metres of the Llandovery line. The little pop again.
Keep giving me space, Llandovery.
Llandovery have to stay on side. Ben Whitehouse telling them to give him space. This time it goes a little wide. Evan Lloyd, Ethan Phillips, the big centre. He's well held up there.
Thanks, Fred.
Tackle by Adam Warren, and they still at it. They're battering away. He's got isolated. There's a jackal on it.
Said, hand on the floor.
With a hand on the floor, says Ben Whitehouse. Still going, the men in green. Good present back this time. A little snap pick-up. Good little tactic.
Back feet, advantage offside.
They're getting it all a little individual, but they have the advantage. This time Evan Lloyd throws the big Hail Mary. Try scorer Gardner gets it inside. Relentless pressure, no room there. Still in field. They've got to watch their feet. And Whitehouse goes back. Offside. I'm sure there might be a little warning here from the referee, and that's needed. So many offside penalties now.
Lee.
Let's have a listen to what he got to say to Lee Rees. penalty count now.
So we've gone up the field with 3 offside penalties. Most of them are back foot pillars.
Right.
So I'm having to speak every breakdown to tell the pillars to get back, and they're still not listening. So can we have an improvement? Otherwise, someone's going to have to leave the field. Mark Sabir.
7 penalties to 6 now. So he's creeping up the parity. Clear with his messages, Ben White. I had a little listen in, Shuan, to his briefing at half-time to his assistant, and he said, I just want space. I want back foot space. So he's true to his word.
Yeah, 100%. And all of the penalties have been offside for Llandovery. He's clear. He might have to go to a card if it continues. And they're creeping into that red zone now, where Ebervale obviously want to execute.
One more offside penalty. Surely it'll be a yellow card. And that's the advantage Ebervale looking for now. Interesting setup. Morgan Richards has come behind Evan Lloyd, behind the scrum.
Bind.
Ethan Phillips to the left. Dom Franchi to the right. They put the shove on Ebervale. Drift up. Oh, beautiful little tackle by Lee Rees. Right, so they have got an advantage here, and he's going to go in the bin. It's the key man, Lee Rees.
You just spoke to me about it earlier.
Well, victim of his own back chat to Ben Whitehouse about playing the 9. And true to his word, Ben Whitehouse sends skipper Lee Rees, the talisman, into the sin bin. It was a good scrum, and he played the 9 here.
Yeah.
Ben Whitehouse saw a great decision.
Great decision, right decision, clear as day. Lee Rees knows what he's doing there. And he's given a warning. The penalty before, he has to go.
Just keep painting me a picture of a
But Ebervale have got to capitalise now. They've been pressing. There's 5 minutes really of the second half. They've come out with a bang. They're playing in the right area. But the important thing is now, Llandovery down to 14 players. Can they convert this pressure into points?
Crouch. Bind.
Come on, let's get him scrummage in. What I spoke about earlier, across the mark, you asked to do more. I went back, look how far I am off it.
Watkins is not happy there.
Apologies for any choice language. You can see how it means so much to both sets of players, particularly this scrum element, so apologies for any language.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Long pause by Ben Whitehouse there, but here come Ebervale. No scrum half, and up goes Garen Williams. And you have to feel that's in Ebervale's favour. Aaron Countley with his arms up here in the coaching box. You feel this is a big moment in the game, Shuan.
It's a huge moment. He does pop there, doesn't he, Williams? But Llandovery. Yeah, but we know they pride themselves on scrum. I want to be testing Llandovery here. Great attacking opportunity as well.
Crouch. Yeah, agree, it's too far.
Well, trust me, as a former coach, the longer this goes on,
because the gap is too big, and they're having
the more you feel as an attacking coach that it goes against you, because the referees don't want to be hanging around you. He's an experienced ref, Ben Whitehouse, but he doesn't want to be spending too much time here. So Ebervale need to keep squeaky clean. They're in the ascendancy.
Yeah, they want to. Too much time here, loses momentum, doesn't it? They've been pressing.
Crouch.
This second half. We spent 2-3 minutes here now on the scrum.
Set.
Another reset. Look to me. Adam Williams just got a little bit wrong there. He's got to stay square.
Yeah,
Jamie Hughes just got a little on the better of him there, didn't he?
Yeah, I agree with you there, Sean. Now that I'm a front row expert, you can see Hughes' angle.
All the while, it's eating into the clock. Still a long way to go, but you know every minute's precious to Ebervale. Ethan Phillips rocks back over to the right-hand side now. The scrum seems to have edged ever so slightly more left. Less central, but it's more about how close it is to the line for Ebbw Vale. That's gone down. Referee puts his arm out. The pick and go from Ryan Jenkins. He's brought down. Tough pops it up to Jack Pope.
Leave it alone, Llandovery.
It's there now. We need to get this right, Ebbw Vale. The tight head Adam Williams falls early. There's the ball. Tough digs for it. Goes to himself this time. Gets the offload. Morgan Richards is over. Well, it was all the forward power. Now, will the referee go back for the infringement of the scrum? He's going to have another word.
Pens in a row. If we do the same again, someone's going to have to go.
So another warning to Llandovery. He's given there. If it happens again, he says, somebody's going in the bin. But for all their forward power, Griff Tuff had a little dart himself. Great offload.
Outstanding work by Tuff. Forwards getting through the work. Inching forward. Tuff here has a scoot. No one's coming off him. But commits 2-3 defenders. And the cat flap offload then. It's a great bit of individual skill by Tuff. Exceptional work. And Ebbw have been pressing for 9-10 minutes. They needed to come away with something there.
I need of you. I need feet underneath and a nice straight profile. Okay, that's what I need of you. Thank you.
Well, there's the offload from Griff Tuff. Good finish.
I feel a 6 of one, half a dozen the other. So that's why I'm trying to get the gap a bit smaller each time. Because I feel that there's a lean coming in because the gap is so big.
So we have a replacement. Ben Lung is on a tight head for Llandovery and Ben Whitehouse.
No, it was both. The whole scrum went down on your side, both sides. The first call
is speaking to Ben Lung, the new prop, and the loose head, Jamie Hughes, about his feelings at scrum, and there's a warning there to Llandovery scrum. And they're taking their time, aren't they, to the restart, because they know their captain is in the sin bin.
Yeah, definitely taking their time. They know they've had pressure on them the last 9 minutes. Ben said we're not waiting for the injury, we're playing.
Wow, it's a bit of a mess there between Ryan Jenkins and Curtis Gregory.
First one.
Both went for it.
Bit of a coach killer. That's shown. You've been pressing for so long and then not a clean restart. Just gives Llandovery an opportunity. Gives them some possession, gives them some territory. Restarts for me are such a big part of the game.
Don't use words like that. Come on. Don't want to use me as well.
Third set piece, the restart. Coach killers, as you say. So Johan Hughes, the outside half, is going in to play scrum half.
Crouch.
With Lee Rees on the bench in the sim bin.
Set.
And there's been a warning for Llandovery. Will Ebbw Vale attack this one? No.
Good.
Rodri Jones takes the responsibility, takes it up. Nearly a rip from Griff Tuff. He did win it. Big space. Now, how's that going to stay in field? Where's the bounce going to go? Oh, could have gone in field. That would have been interesting. And all of a sudden, Siobhan, we got a game in our hands.
We absolutely have. We've got a 9-point game. It's been all Ebbw Vale. It's been polar opposite to the first half. It was all Llandovery the first 10 minutes of the first half. It's been all Ebbw Vale. The second 10 minutes, they've got fire in their bellies. They're a lot more clinical. They're a lot more composed, this Ebbw Vale side. They're a lot more alert.
Great rip there. Jack Pope with the kick downfield. And Taylor Davis, who was down, we were worried about him. He's been off for a blood stop, and he's back on, bandaged up. Good compete in the air.
Both hands are on the ball.
It's gone to ground, so slow ball, no scrum half.
Okay, it's a scrum, it's come off his back, he can't do anything about it. No, they tried to play it back, it's hit his back, he can't do anything about it.
Sensible decision, again, Ben White there. It's good to have an experienced ref in charge of this. It could get a bit tetchy.
Yeah, agreed. Cup right, rugby. Everyone wants to finish the season on the high. No second chances.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
There they go, Ebbw Vale, they've gone for it. Nathan Hart is on. We're in 19, playing 8 now for Llandovery. And they look to run a bit of the clock down. It's a knock on. Oh, he did so well, Joe Franchi. Reacted the quickest. Ebbw Vale on the front foot. Now then, they've got green shirts. Tom Franchi. Ethan Phillips with a big handoff. Carries it up towards the 22 of Llandovery. Ebbw Vale right back in it. Still a man advantage. Oh, sloppy hands in midfield. No advantage.
He's kicked it under pressure, lads. Fly hacked it.
Oh, well, a little bit too over-eager from both second rows there. Bartlett to Gregory was not the combination Ebbw wanted in the midfield there.
And I don't think Gregory called for it. He just ships it on. He wasn't expecting the ball.
How long, Stu, please?
There's Taylor Davis, heavily bandaged.
Just over 1.
Just knocked his head in a follow-up to a box kick.
Boys, let's go.
It had all the checks, and he's okay. He looks alert anyway. So we saw Ebbw have a second shove on the last scrum.
Bind.
Still under warning, Llandovery.
Set.
Field, and now Rodri Jones goes in.
Both in this side. We can play it away.
And they get it away hard to Jones, to Johan Hughes. Not a combination they're used to, and they put a 50-22 in. And that's why they swapped 9s. They put Johan Hughes back to 10, the usual kicker, and what a kick it was.
Great kick by Hughes. 50-22. Pinpoint perfect. Outstanding. You see it just outside his 22. Doesn't go high, goes quite low, direct. Really tough to cover that backfield.
3.
Outstanding kick by Hughes. First bit of momentum, really. Maybe we've seen Llandovery have had the second half. See what they do. They went to the funny line out the first half. Changed the pitches in defence.
9 or 10. Contest for the ball.
Llandovery's line-out has been excellent, but on this occasion, Ebbw Vale and Lee Rees, in a flash, is back on from his sin bin.
So you fumbled it into the player in front.
Still a lot of time left in this game.
It's actually out 50.
25 minutes, 9-point game.
Green 2 and green 3.
Yeah, there's
2
some
and
twists
3 subs. And anyone else do? Okay, cool. 9 is back on. 2 and 3.
Well, Adam Court is the big tight head coming on. That's Adam Williams' work done for today, as it is for skipper Joe Franchi. He's worked his socks off, the Ebbw Vale captain today. Ieuan Morris, who himself has got a load of tries from hooker. So lots of changes in the front rows. Both loose heads still on from the start. Garrett and Hughes.
Set.
Let's see what the new men can do in there. It's a pretty static scrum, this one, as Griff Tuff ships it to Evan Lloyd. That's from the outside of his boot. Difficult one over Harry Dole's shoulder. The tackle from Ewan Bowden, and now Ebbw Vale are on top in the contact area. The half-time team talk has worked.
100% Sean. I think first half they weren't on top in that contact area. They weren't winning races to the breakdown or getting their kind of height and aggression right. Second half they're winning races, they're getting over balls and they're getting themselves in a good profile. It's a great vital turnover there. Look at this chase, wait for him to come down. Great profile.
Yeah, Cameron Regan, 19, just come on. There he is.
Good
That's
energy.
what you want. You want your replacements coming on, having positive impacts on you.
Yeah, definitely bringing that energy. It's hot out there. Come on, big chase. Get into that breakdown.
He wins the line now too, Tough. Evan Lloyd, no, so close. Ethan Phillips was through the gap. Interception. Just a little high.
Yeah.
Let's go back to our roving reporter, Ricky Guest, on the touchline.
Which one's 12, lads?
Yeah, Sean,
Sub, mate. Sub.
if we look at how the game's going, things have swung slightly now, in my opinion. Ebbw Vale are starting to get on top, right, as you rightly said there, in the contact area. I think it's going to be key now, Llandovery, to make sure they limit their errors. At the moment, it's too many errors, giving Ebbw Vale opportunities to get into field position. And we all know what Ebbw Vale can do when they get into the right areas with that driving maul, which is so prominent and which is a try-scoring machine.
What's the chat like down there amongst the Ebbw Vale players? Are they feeling it?
They're pretty good, in fairness. They're a very experienced bunch, but I'm sure both benches will play a massive part in the outcome of this game in the next 20 or so minutes.
Thank you, Ricky. Keep us informed. Ricky Guest down there on the touchline. Big scrum again from Ebbw Vale. They're all over Llandovery. It's a huge turn in the tide.
It's just grabbing.
Apologies for any language again, but it's hotting up out there, not just in the sky.
Front rowers again excited with this scrums.
Fell over and turned, which caused that mess.
Those one-on-one battles, those 3-on-3 battles, the front rows getting heated. It's playing a big part of the game, actually, the scrum. Sean, the second half we spent a lot of time on it. I think Ebbw Vale have got the upper hand there.
I think the coaching staff are happy. They'll take scrums all day, and they made good, positive decisions in replacements at good times. Cameron Davis is on for Dom Franchi. Both Franchi brothers are off now. Lee Reese, look at that, the huge pressure. And they'll keep it in, and you'll feel there's a yellow card coming. Griff Tuff, can he get the offload? Yes, he can. Here's Ryan Jenkins. The pick and go. The line Beckers, he's just short. It's all Ebbw Vale here.
You're fine.
They're going to go back. I think Ben Whitehouse might go to his pocket again here.
Is he thinking about it?
That's the 9th penalty Llandovery conceded now.
Post goal.
Here it is, Siwan.
It's a great scrum, isn't it?
Everyone,
and look at the control.
Everyone stayed nice and square,
at the back
but the
as
tight
well.
dead just lost it, okay? Lost shape.
By Jenkins. Really, really good scrum.
Griff Tuff doing well again, the 9.
Okay.
Now, people at home might be thinking, they're in the ascendancy. Why are they taking the shot? Well, it's because they're 2 scores. They want to get within 1 score. They're on the top. And Evan Lloyd. It's never a given. But he rocks up and smashes it through the sticks. And all of a sudden, at half-time, we're looking at 21-5, a 16-point deficit. But a converted try and now a penalty from Evan Lloyd takes them to within a score.
Yeah, it's the right decision, I think, Sean. To come within a score on Cup Rugby is really, really important. I'm sure they'll be looking to still press that set piece. They've been a different side to this Ebbw Vale side this second half. It's been all them.
Wait a second, let the sub go off. Okay, let's go.
Llandovery looked a little shell-shocked. And the kick goes a little long. This time, Ryan Gardner, try scorer in the first half, does well. So, first real time I've turned my head left in this second half, Siwan.
Yeah.
Because it's been all Ebbw Vale. Tough. That's a decent kick. 4 in the backfield, though. Jack Davis, one of them. Danger man. Adam caught there wearing 18.
Go back, Ebbw. Advantage on tight.
Now it's Ebbw Vale who give an offside penalty, and Llandovery can rest easy with this play. Rodri Jones, well marshalled. There's an Ebbw player down on the fringe, which could pose trouble if they get it there. There it is. The player down's channel, and they got it out there. Oh, what an intervention from Ryan Gardner. Got a hand in the passing channel. That was crucial.
Offside.
The penalty is back for an offside.
Yeah, just where he is, yeah.
I've spent so many games as a coach, Ewan, in this position, seeing patterns of play, and when that player went down, there's a gap in play, and if they could get it there, they were through.
Yeah.
When he's safe to do it,
I think Sean Parry as well jumps out the line here, fires up.
I didn't think so, because they had to go all
makes
the way
the
backwards
wrong
over
read
there,
really out of the line, leaves
on the outside, and
Eberville vulnerable.
They made about 10
and then a
metres
good
maybe
scramble.
That's Ryan Gardner here, how he gets in the passing channel. Not on this play.
Yeah, it's going to be just here, okay?
But there's the injury.
Yeah.
He just got a hand and knocked it back. Otherwise, Clean Morgan was a clean man in.
Sorry.
Right, let's take a breather. Lots more coming up on S4C. Cardiff travel to the Bulls. They need a point, Cardiff, to get into the playoffs. They've done so well this season, but no easy task going to the Vodacom Bulls. That's straight after this one, and then a little later in the day, the Dragons. Doesn't get any easier for them. Bottom of the URC go to the Stormers, who are hunting a home playoff spot. And then tomorrow, 1:45, it's the Scarlets. They need one win in the remaining 2 games in South Africa. They go to the Lions this week and the Sharks next week. So back to the Cineglass Community Stadium, where we've got a pulsating Super Rugby Cymru semi-final. Ioan Hughes trying to cancel out Evan Lloyd's effort a moment ago. Slightly on the angle, 15 in. Strikes it well, but it looks a little left. And he has pulled it into the
22. Yeah, 5 minutes. No.
cricket covers behind the post. And Ebbowville remain 1 score adrift. It's a 6-point game as we enter the last 20 minutes. Who's your money on, Siwan?
After the first half, I couldn't see Llandovery really losing this game, but you've got to give credit to Ebbowville. The way they played the second half, it's been all them. Discipline.
Scruffy looking kick.
Yeah.
And Dowell, well, that's a result. But sometimes when it goes for you, it goes for you.
Yeah. At the moment, though, Sean, it could go any way this game. It's a 6-point game.
Boys, just take a step.
If the momentum carries on the way it has this second half, I think Ebou could have it in the bag. This next 10 minutes is vital.
They've been challenging the Llandovery line out. They're looking to go again. That's good drills from the visitors. And they form a little more, just trying to get themselves back in it. Taylor Davis at the back of that, and that's a decent maul from Llandovery, and they win the penalty. Frustration for the Ebbowville coaches, and it's a free play. Rodri Jones, Ioan Hughes, that's a funny old crossfield kick, and Morgan Richards does very well.
2 offences. First one he drove through, lifted the leg and put the man to the floor. Second one was number 17 side entry. No, same, it just kept going forward.
So it's 9 penalties each now, Siwan. So probably a fair reflection, and well refereed by Ben Whitehouse.
Yeah, it just shows the impact of discipline has shown. It was 7-4 at half time, so 7 pens against Ebou, 4 against Llandovery. The score reflected that. Flip that on the head. This half 9 apiece, so it's 5-4.
The side entry was for you.
Llandovery 2 for Ebbowville, and that reflects in the outcome of the game of what we've seen so far. So discipline
on the line
really does play a big part.
Not Ioan Hughes' best kick. I feel like he's got a slight hobble. His knee is heavily strapped.
2 meters, yeah.
But didn't quite make it into the 22. So Ebou, I feel, will challenge you again. They're looking, they're reading. They've gone, they nearly stole it. It was well won again.
Yeah, I've got him, number 5, yeah.
But
number 5. Affected the maul setter.
Referee, is the pin advantage?
5 thrown across.
They've thrown the player across the line now, which affected the maul setup, and Ben Whitehouse has spotted it.
Got it. 5 jumped across, affected maul setup, or thrown across, however you want to frame it.
Another chance you feel for Ioan Hughes. They'll go for goal. They have to, really.
Yeah, agreed. Making that two score game. Gregory was throwing a pot. You could see him. He was in between the lifter and then the +1 on the maul, disrupting that maul because he come across illegally.
Well, this is an interesting one.
Yeah.
You know, we talked earlier about cup rugby, knockout rugby. It would have taken them 2 scores clear. Ioan Hughes maybe not striking the ball. They've got Jack Maynard on the bench, of course. Prolific point scorer. Experienced player. But they're going for the juggler here. What will Ebou do here? They stay down. It's a little funny in the front, which they didn't get off their feet, and now they set fair. Ebbw Vale with a counter shove, and that's a good riposte from the Steelmen. But Llandovery have regained it.
He's bound in by 17.
So close to the touchline. Well, how did Taylor Davis get through there? He went himself. It was a scruffy looking maul, but it's held up on the line. Goal line dropout.
Goal line dropout.
Yeah, it was a scruffy looking maul. They didn't go up, did they, Sean? They took it from the ground, which then doesn't give you time to set up. But Ebbw Vale defended it exceptionally well.
Nobody went up.
Nope, no one went up.
Not even Llandovery. We used to call that an Andy Allen at the Ospreys, and I won't tell you why. But anyway, Taylor Davis.
Do you want the exact time?
Hang on to it, stuck in the middle of that maul, and then just watch here how he eventually comes through the middle. Here he comes. There he is. And, well, it's Griff Tuff and replacement Ewan Bowden who eventually hold him up.
Yeah, he does well to stay in field.
We saw Jack Main, had a glimpse of him then. He's coming on for that kick, you feel. Oh, big tackle in midfield from Ebbw Vale. Options left for Lee Rees. Goes to Ewan Hughes, Jack Davis. That's the 10-metre line.
Go back.
Big green line. The call from the head coach, Jason Strange, is line speed. He wants more from his players in defence. Can they come off the line? That's better. Lang, oh, he's through the tight there, but he spilled the ball and is picked up by replacement Morgan Williams, the loose head who's on. And the kick goes out. Will it be advantage? No advantage. Adam Court, the prop, is down. Hand in the air, wants some attention.
Green 9.
Griff Tuff is the latest to be replaced. Good game from the young scrum half.
Yeah.
Rory Harris on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players receiving attention out there. Shuan is taking his toll.
It's taking his toll. Hard ground, hot summer's day. Forwards getting through a lot of work. Front row players still on at 67 minutes. Digging in.
Give me the broken one.
Football tomorrow. Sgorio, Caernarfon versus Cardiff Met. 5 o'clock. If you're a football lover and a Welsh football lover, tune in to S4C. Also, we've got highlights of Super Rugby Cymru, both semi-finals on the 18th.
Yeah, 30. It's not far off.
On Tuesday at 10 o'clock. And more rugby coming your way. Champions Cup, European Rugby Final. Northampton versus Bordeaux, the big one.
Okay, boys. Happy? Llandovery injured player up? Yeah, he's up. Yeah.
Back to the Sinner Glass Community Stadium, Ebbw Vale, where the game is on a knife edge. 13 minutes to go. 6-point margin. Lots of replacements on. Jack Maynard is on at fullback, moving Jack Davis to wing. Clean Morgan being replaced.
Are you right? Set!
Parity in this scrum. Little dink from Ethan Phillips. Is found grass. He's going to get there first. He hacks it on. This could be the moment. He picks it up. It's an individual try. A brilliant effort from Ethan Phillips. Well, there was nothing on, but the big centre, I thought he was going to hack it downfield. He dinked it into the space. He won the race. It sacked up into his hands, and over he goes to take Ebbw Vale to within a point. 12 minutes to go. What a finish we've got, Shuan.
Outstanding bit of skill by Ethan Phillips. He looks like he's going to kick long. He puts that little dink in. Good chase, and then his second connection with that ball. And he wins the foot race. What a game we've got on our hands. This has been the definition of a game of two halves. Two different sides each half. Ebbw Vale it's been all Ebbw Vale this second. And if it carries on this way,
And Ethan Lloyd just thugs it over. And for the first time in this Super Rugby Cymru semi-final, Ebbw Vale take the lead, 10 points down at half-time in the quarters. And now Ethan Phillips, a bit of left-footed magic once, twice, and then sometimes you deserve the luck. It's sat up for him, and over he goes. Ebbw Vale are into the lead.
Yeah, great bit of individual skill and well deserved. It's been all Ebbw Vale this second half. They've been pressing for some time in the 22 and then get the reward from a bit of individual brilliance.
Well, epic stuff here, game of two halves. Now,
okay, use it. Boys, back.
Do Ebbw Vale go out and try and win it, or do they try not to lose it? Maynard, his first intervention to take a tricky high ball. Owen Hughes carries in, Adam Court counter-ruck, and they've won it.
Space
Ryan
on the
Jenkins,
left.
there's plenty of space.
Second man fine, you win.
He looked offside. Nice little kick coming in from Evan Lloyd. Difficult for Jack Maynard. Tough start for him since he's come on. And a big follow-up tackle coming in. The ball's back there. It's all Ebbw Vale. They've got the bit between their teeth. Llandovery under huge pressure here on their own line. A good carry out of trouble. 5 metres out. That was Nathan Hart. And Lee Rees now. Well, Llandovery need all his experience and leadership. Back to Owen Hughes in his own in goal and a good clearance. But the Ebbw Vale supporters are right behind their team now.
Yeah, you can feel the atmosphere here building. You can hear the Ebbw Vale supporters on that bank on the far side. There's a great bit of skill here by Lloyd. Good option, to be honest. Put pressure on Llandovery, and then you see the chase. Ebbw Vale. Maynard has a tough start. But it's a great collision here.
I felt you stayed on him rather than...
Good shot.
Big shot, wasn't it? Morgan Richards on Maynard.
23, okay?
Now, will we see the infamous rolling maul here? They've got the lead for the first time. Took them nearly 70 minutes to get that lead. Good replacement changes by the Ebbw Vale staff. And they win it cleanly. It looks like a good maul. They're moving forward at a good pace. The ball's at the back there. To be careful with their entry. It's still there. I think that might be Yaya Morris. Llandovery doing, Ben Lang doing really well there. That could be a class more, but they've got the arm out advantage. They must be close to another yellow card here at Llandovery.
You were fine. You were fine. You were fine. This man was outside and then changed.
Big call. It's a tough kick.
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, big call. But credit to Ebbw Vale, they were trundling forward, weren't they? They found that edge, and then you can see Ben Whitehouse's communications clear as day. Change of mind.
We called it you, and as soon as they've started to get on top and win penalties, get field position, they've reverted to type. And it's paying dividends at the moment. Now, can they put this to bed? Great take in the line out. Your money would be on Ebbw Vale here if they can keep this maul up. Keep it going forward. Here come the backs. The cavalry, if they can stay on their feet. They're over the line. They scored the try. Ebbw Vale, a miraculous comeback. A bit of magic from Ethan Phillips got him into the lead. And then they go back to type the set piece. They've been dominant in the scrum. And now they're dominant in the maul. They get the try. It's a 6-point margin kick to come. And the fans sing for Ebbw Vale.
Try by Yaya Morris. It was going to come, wasn't it, from their set piece. Outstanding work, good line out. Look at this setup, tight. As one, all working in one direction. Llandovery do well initially to get a stop to it, but find that edge. You can see all the Llandovery players on your screen, so they're to the left. Ebbw, just get it right.
25 seconds.
See here, they do really well to come down that edge and go through Llandovery.
A massive kick. Has he swung it round? He's got it! He puts his fist to the Evo Vale fans on the far back because he knows it takes them 8 points clear. 2 scores now. What a turnaround in this semi-final.
This is what knockout rugby's about. Been an outstanding game. Flip both ways. Important restart now, and I'm thinking, Llandovery thinking that they should have gone for sticks when they went to the corner and didn't convert to points.
Needs to be contestable. No call coming in. And Redden knocked it on. Thankfully, that's the second time. They've lacked communication. 2 players going for the same ball, and Johan Hughes is off.
Time off. No, not you.
Got to communicate early there. We spoke earlier, showing the importance of restarts, the importance of gathering those receptions.
Outside, sure.
Communication. It's one of the easiest skills, but it's an important one. You see it.
Taylor.
It's a great kick, though. High hanging kick.
Yeah, in the end, Rory Harries was the one coming forward.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for Evo Vale is a knock-on. Well,
okay. No, I'm fine.
I've got to be honest, you and I commentated on the Sharks Ospreys last night, and
then we got a good...
didn't enjoy the game.
Outside.
But this has been a pleasure to watch and commentate on.
Yeah. Plenty of tries. Both teams finding their way back into the game. Always doesn't go to plan. But also, the reflection is, Llandovery started well. They had momentum. They were confident. Second half, flipped that on his head. It's been a different second half. How you start a half of a game really sets his stall out as well, and discipline has been played a key impact of this game.
Yeah, we go.
Harris eventually gets it out. Left-footed from Ethan Phillips. We saw that trusty left foot for his individual try. Jack Davis has been really good for Llandovery. Look how elusive he is. They can't get hold of him. He creates an edge. Now then,
he didn't have to finish him off.
we haven't seen much of Adam Warren in the second half, but he gets it.
Still
Williams
advantage.
on now at hooker. Maynard trying to pull the strings, and there's Oshan Davis. Maynard now trying, and they find an edge, Harry Dowell. But it's gone forward, but the penalty was being given.
Jenny, no more than the penalty for me live. He was just late and through.
A little bit of...
Let me know when I get back to the mark if there's anything more. But I
on
think
the
it's just
far
a penalty
side.
for
Now with Jack Maynard
tipping,
on, you
but
feel
not
that
only through the
Llandovery have to
horizontal,
get
not
within a
landing
score. It's a
dangerously.
flip to what happened earlier when Evo took 3 points and got within a score, and we've seen what it's
So
done for
are you
them.
saying it's a yellow card? Yes. Green 11, yeah?
I agree.
Green 11.
Could be in trouble here, Ryan Gardner.
Get the mark for me there, Jen. 11.
I'm not sure there was a late
It's a
tackle,
lift.
Siwan, in the build-up there.
He's landed on his shoulder. His legs are through the horizontal. It's a yellow card.
Well, drama.
It's
5 minutes to go.
2 metres inside
Gardner
the half.
try scoring the
and then
first
2
half,
metres
but
in
a
the
shoulder
second.
tackle is gone.
Ronnie Kine,
Senior.
Sidman today.
Going to lean in.
Jack.
Jack, he's just tipped him over the horizontal. Probably an AR call.
Tip.
Yeah.
And Maynard doesn't get a lot of distance
On
there.
the cameraman there, Gar.
No need really at that point. All the pressure's on Llandovery. I know it's easy when you've got momentum, you're excited, the adrenaline's running. But the ball had gone, tipping him like that.
Not straight.
Just one thing.
He's trying to get the ball.
I agree, and I'm just going to warn you.
Yeah.
It's thrown across. Sorry, it's a not straight throw. Just be aware, up and down. Okay.
Thank you.
It's what do you want? Scrum or line?
Haven't they?
Scrum 50.
Yeah.
Up and down.
No problem.
Okay?
Just trying to get the ball.
The throw is out here. They were competing for the ball. He actually got a hand to the
It's
ball.
interesting. Back to the previous conversation, John. Why didn't they go for sticks there then off the penalty? 5 minutes. Yeah. 5 minutes is a long time as well.
Sorry. Yeah, here.
Gives you an opportunity to score, to win. Whereas you're chasing 2 scores now.
Yeah, sorry. I meant that.
All the while the clock is ticking, and that bench looks a little bit more concerned than it did just before half-time. They squandered a 16-point lead as it stands, Llandovery.
It's just too much movement.
Ebbw Vale
Just too much movement.
have the clock. They have possession, they have the clock. Here's right next to us the Ebbw Vale coaching team. Jason Strange on the left, Aaron County on the right, Ian Probert in the middle.
Keep giving me the time.
Looking a little nervous. Llandovery need a penalty here, Sean.
Crouch. Yep, they do need a penalty. But I tell you what, Ebbw Vale will be happy to go through a couple of scrums here. Eat the clock up a little bit more. They've been dominant in this area.
Harris needs to get that out. And they've got the penalty. Cheers from Aaron County next to us. A massive penalty there.
Lucid stepped
Clock
out.
ticks towards 77 minutes, an 8-point advantage, even though they're down a player. Evan Lloyd can take his time. He needs to make sure this goes in.
Just under.
That's exactly what he does.
Lucid.
Yeah, make sure. Probably only gets 15 metres on that kick. That's great scrum. Scrum's been dominant by Ebbw Vale, and ultimately, like you said, you're playing in the right areas, but set piece then what? Ebbw Vale are known for.
Yeah.
Put them in this position.
Green 8. 8.
Yeah. People might think, why is Lewis Young coming on now so late? But that eats up 15-20 seconds. And Jason Strange knows that. Great line out from Ebbw Vale. The clock is theirs. Coming up to 2.5 minutes to go. Set the back with the latest try scorer, Ian Morris. They're mauling for a penalty. That's exactly what they're doing.
Don't change.
All about possession and territory now.
Out.
They motor forward. They're looking for side entry.
Would you agree, Gav?
And all of a sudden,
Yep. First stop.
Llandovery have held it up. It's gone to ground. Will Ben Whitehouse blow? He does. And the turnover, a lifeline for Llandovery. But a long way to go.
Yeah, lifeline, long way to go. Just under 2 minutes left. They more look solid then.
Time off.
Llandovery does really well. Somehow, not sure how,
Is that what you're asking?
they managed to get in there to stop that.
They just told me.
Maybe. Will they go after this scrum, Ebbw Vale?
Yes, because it was just
Squeaky clean, I'd say.
Yep.
Well, set in a game. The player of the match to be chosen by our Welsh Comms co-commentator Billy McBride today.
You okay? Good to go? Yep.
As former Wales captain Sean Lillycrap leaves me to go and do duties pitch side. Who will they be talking about as finalists? The inaugural Super Rugby Cymru final.
Crouch.
And tomorrow's semi-final, it's Cardiff Newport. That's a big East Wales derby. Who's going to win this one? East v West. Reset, and that goes against Llandovery on the clock. Ebbw Vale coaches will be happy with that one.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now to score twice, and Leary sort of forlornly knows it.
So let's just reset it and get it right.
And the set in a game, the player of the match is Sean Parry, wearing 7 for Ebbw Vale. He could have picked any number of steelmen in the second half. It was all Llandovery first half, but what a comeback.
Crouch.
The clock ticks towards a minute to go.
Bind. Set.
Lee Rees puts it in,
Stay back. Nine,
probably
nine,
for the
stay
final
back.
time. A long way for Llandovery to go. Maynard, little show. Rodri Jones. They get it to Jack Davis. He's been brilliant. He's well tackled, but they're over the halfway line.
Back.
Ebbw Vale forwards look weary. Were they offside? Adam Court got in there somehow, but I think he knocked it forward. It's broken loose. Tackles needed by Ebbw Vale here now. They need to file into position.
Leave it. Your player was in the way.
Discipline from Ian Morris. Llandovery still in their own half. Maynard throwing everything at it. Last chance saloon. Adam Court throws himself around again. Maynard the show and go. Worrell is caught in possession.
No, leave it alone.
10 seconds on the clock. Lee Rees, Rodney Jones, last chance saloon for Llandovery. What a tackle in there. Replacement within 21.
Thank you.
Is Kian Abraham. Llandovery and Ebbw Vale all at it. They're over the ball, Ebbw Vale.
Turnover's good.
They've got it. Turnover's good. Adam Court is kicked downfield. There's a last chance for Morgan Richards. He's got the gas. Will he get there? Oh, he couldn't quite get there. Jack Davis, important tackle on him. Thrills and spills everywhere here at Ebbw Vale. Lee Rees sneaks down the short side. Ebbw Vale have such a long way to go. Llandovery camped in their own 22. The clock is in the red. This game is Ebbw Vale's now. It's just by how much. Rodney Jones inside the Maynard. Players everywhere here. It's out there to Harry Doyle. You feel he's going to make it. Yes, he will. And they are going to score the death. Well, credit Llandovery for going towards the end, but they're not going to have enough time.
Yeah, that's fine. It ended about a minute ago. It ended about a minute ago, Jack. It's done.
And the referee says it's done. Jack Maynard looks to the sky. Maynard doesn't count. Drops the goal. And what a game we've had here. It's ended up a one-point game. 4 tries apiece. A pulsating game of 2 halves. Llandovery surged into the lead. Half-time led by 16 points. But what a comeback from Ebbw Vale. They took the game by the scruff of the neck in front of their home fans and have made the final of Super Rugby Cymru. They run out winners here at the Cineglass Community Stadium over Llandovery by 29 points to 28.
Cadarnhad, felly Glynebwy fydd yn chwarae naill llai Caerdydd neu Casnewydd yn rown derfynol cynta Super Rugby Cymru. Cofiwch mae Casnewydd oddi cartre yn erbyn Caerdydd fori. Y gêm na'n digwydd yn y brifddinas am hanner awr wedi 2. Reit, dewch i ni gael ymateb sydyn. Ricky Guess, pwy sy'n gen ti?
Dwi wedi cael ei ymuno gyda Sean Parry, blaen ysgellwr Glynebwy. Sean, how do you feel, buddy?
Yeah, pretty tired now. That was a good game. A lot of running around, yeah, enjoyed it.
You've worked so hard throughout the season as a group, right? And it just reward for you. Yeah. Man of match has been awarded yourself, so well done. Great effort. Yeah. What does this mean to the club and the community, Sean?
Oh, it's huge. It's you know, it's been over 20 years since, well, we made it to the final against these in the Cup, and well, I think we owed them one. So, you know, for the community, they come out every week and watch us, and it's been a long time coming, I think.
Great shift. Thanks for your time, buddy. Lee, trod, gêm caled I Llandovery. Beth ti'n credu gallech chi wneud yn well ar y dydd?
Fi'n credu ail hanner of just yn wael ail hanner. So a couple of penalties of nhw'n gryf yn y set piece a pob clod I nhw of nhw heifio yn y diwedd, ond fi'n credu 2-1 I 5 lan hanner amser a dylen ni ennill hwnna.
Ie, fi'n cytuno rai adrannau yn wael da chi, ond twyd, yn personol, pwy mae brawd o ti o'r grŵp ma?
Clod, ni ennill fel y 5 troffi diwetha, fel credu ni 4 troffi diwetha. So, mae pawb yn cael nhw dif nhw fe, ond mae'r boys yn rhoi shift enfawr mewn to blwyddyn hyn. Ennill y cwpan to, so mae rhywbeth dyn ni. Ond mi'n just, hwnna galed.
Diolch Lee, pen lan boi. Nôl I ti, Lauren.
Diolch Ricky. Wel am gêm, Glynebwy, y Comeback Kings. Daethon nhw'n ôl wythnos diwetha ar ôl bod 10 pwynt ar ei holi ar yr hanner. Wythnos ma, 16 pwynt ar yr egol, Ricky. Sut lwyddo nhw I ailafel mewn momentum yn erbyn, pencampwr presennol, oedd hi'n dipyn o gamp?
Nathon nhw mynd nôl I DNA nhw, sef scrum, sgarmes symudol, gêm cicio dda. O'n I yma yn gynharach yn y tymor, a oeddwn ni 18 pwynt ar y blaen efo 20 munud I fynd. Nathon nhw fainc ddod on, a nathon ni golli'r gêm. oedd yr impact oedd y chwaraewyr yna wedi cael ar y gêm, a oedd ti'n gweld oedd o'n momentum gyda nhw, oedd y dorf wedi cynyddu, felly bob chwarae teg iddyn nhw. Oedd o'n fratiog iawn, oedd o'n glasur o gêm, oedd e'n siwtio Glynebwy reit lawr iddo fo.
Ie, tîm ar dorf di tyfu mewn i'r gêm na, sgwlwch yn nhw a be mae hyn yn golygu i'r dref. Yn y ti sôn am y safle gosod yn bwysig, ond fe gadw nhw lan yn ddifri yn ddi-sgôr, tan eiliadau ola'r gêm.
Ie, oedd e'n gyd Glynebwy ail hanner, a disgybliaeth wedi dod yn well yn y ail hanner, a falle diffyg disgymled lan yn ddyfri, ond oedd gyd o'r momentum, gyd o ble o Glynebwy yn chwarae, oedd e'n gyd lawr yn ochr nhw, a oedd nhw'n heiddi'r canlyniad yn y diwedd, oherwydd oedd ni'n meddwl o'n nhw'n arfennig o dda ail hanner.
Chwip o gêm yn y diwedd, 1 pwynt oedd ynddi, ond dyna ni, oedd wrthon ni, digon o rygbi dal i ddod ar S4C. Yn dilyn ni heddiw Caerdydd yn erbyn y Bulls a Scarlett, wel maen nhw hefyd yn y ras ar gyfer y gemau ail gyfle. Maen nhw'n chwarae fori. Somers yn erbyn Dreigiau, eich gêm arall. Pnawn me. Ond reit, i'ch atgoffa chi y tro diwetha i Glynebwy ennill